Welcome to the 2021 RV Show. My name's Scott Terry with McClain's RV. We made it through the deep freeze and we thought there's no better time to start the spring RV season than today. So welcome, thanks for joining us. Let's get the show started. McClain's RV has been around since 1963 and we take pride in being family owned. We also take pride in taking care of our customers, so we partner with manufacturers that have the same priority. Let's start with Winnebago. The name is iconic with the RV industry. They've been doing this since 1958 and we've been partnered with them for over 45 years of our existence. And then we have KZ. We've been with KZ for over 25 years. They've been around since 1972 taking care of customers. They specialize in entry-level to mid-luxury travel trailers and fifth wheels. Their whole priority is to keep America camping, and we're right there with them. Next, we have Grand Design. We've been with them since their inception. Now they've become the most innovative and sought-after manufacturer in the country. Not only innovative, but the most value for the dollar and the most incredible customer service after the sale of anybody in our industry. All the RVs we've talked about, you're going to get a chance to see online with walkthrough presentations. But not only online, all 5 locations are open this weekend through Sunday with product manufacturer reps on site and promotions and specials and giveaways like you've never seen in 2021. So call, email, but most of all, walk in the dealerships and take advantage of these opportunities. Hope to see you there.
Good morning. My name is Jay Redmond. I'm your favorite RV salesman here at McClain's in Fort Worth. We're going to be taking a look at the Winnebago Adventurer 35F. This is one of the new Winnebago lines of Class A, and it is a gas vehicle. We're going to talk a little bit about the things that are important to not only people who have already RV'd, who already own RVs, who are very savvy, but we're going to be pointing out some things that are going to be important to the people who are thinking about getting into the RV industry and want to start camping with their families as well. The first thing I want to point out, again, this is the 2021 Winnebago Adventurer 35F. Previously, before they came out with these new 2021s, the only Class A vehicles that came standard with full body paint were diesel pushers. This is standard with full body paint, and it is a gas engine. I want to really point out that big, beautiful windshield that you have here. I don't know if you knew this, but Winnebago builds a steel superstructure, and that glass is set into that steel superstructure. A couple of benefits for you is, if you're on uneven ground, if you weren't set in this superstructure, that could cause cracks in your glass, but because that is set into that steel superstructure, you don't have to worry about that. Another thing that steel superstructure does for you is it builds a protective cage around you, so that while you're driving, if accidents do happen, then you are safe. I know it doesn't make sense, but other manufacturers use a wood firewall, and it's unsafe. And of course, if it's a firewall and it's wood, it just really doesn't make sense. Another thing let's talk about is the new F53 engine. It's a 7.3 liter V8 engine. It's brand new to Winnebago. It's brand new to the Class A vehicles. In the past, Winnebago used the V10 engine. This F53 V8 engine is going to deliver more power and more torque to your vehicle, which is going to give you a much better ride. But in order for you to know that, you got to come out here and test drive it with us, right? Absolutely. Let's take a walk around. A few more things that I would like to point out to you guys. This 18-gallon LP tank, this is what your gas stove on the inside is going to be using. This 18-gallon gas tank also has a quick connect here, which will allow you to hook up a gas stove on the outside or a gas grill on the outside to cook those hamburgers and those steaks. You're right underneath the awning, so if it's a beautiful day outside, you'll be able to enjoy doing that as well. But if it's raining or a cloudy day outside, because you're right under the awning, that quick connect is right here, you'll be able to utilize that as well. This is something that I really wanted to point out. This is your black tank. Winnebago makes their own molds for their black tanks right in Iowa at Winnebago. So 5 years from now, you need to replace your black tank. You see this crest right here? There is an item number on that crest. All you do is reach out to Winnebago, let them know that you need a new black tank, and they send this black tank straight out to you. This is not a secondhand or a aftermarket tank that's sent to you by another dealership or by another company. This is made at Winnebago. So this whole unit is built around this tank. It fits in easily, it removes easily, saves you a lot of money again. We're gonna talk a little bit more about how Winnebago manufactures their units when we get on the inside. Let's take a look around back. As you can see, I have a couple of doors open here because I wanted to mention a couple of things that Winnebago does and that they only do. No other company is doing this right now. The first thing is you do have a full coach filtration system. This is your water filtration system. It's for the entire coach. Another thing that I want to point out to you is Winnebago use what they call true level sensors. Basically, in their freshwater and their wastewater tanks, they have detectors that detect every 2 inches where your water levels are. So basically, it's giving you a true reading on your liquid levels every time you check. You'll know exactly when you need to empty or you need to refill your tanks. Remember, with your black tank, solids stay, liquids wash away. So make sure you're always draining that black tank liquids first. Your coach will come standard with 4 batteries. Although there is room to put 2 additional batteries back there, those 4 batteries run this entire coach. Remember, I'm going to point out something when we get on the inside that's going to be very important to you in reference to these batteries, because those batteries can be drained very easily if we don't remember to do what I'm going to talk about on the inside, and we're almost there. Last but not least, on the outside of the coach, let's talk about this breaker system. This looks very, very different from what you're used to, because for those who have RV'd for a long time, you know that RVs normally come with fuses. The reason those fuses are such a headache is because, first of all, you never have the right fuse that you need when you need it. Secondly, you have to dig through every single port to find which fuse is burnt. Here, you'll see if something's wrong on the inside and something's not working, the first place you should check is here, because this is a breaker box. If something's wrong or something's not off, these little dots will be extended, letting you know that that breaker is off, and all you do is push it back in to reset it. Simple as that, no money out of your pocket. Well, the next thing we're gonna do is head towards the inside of the coach. I know that's everyone's favorite part. We wanna see what Winnebago has done new on the inside of the coach. It's the things that make the coach pretty. Let's go take a look. Welcome to the inside of the coach. This is the part that makes it pretty. This is where you're going to be doing most of your living. This is where you're going to be enjoying your vacation. So I wanted to take a time or a second to come and show you some of the wonderful things that Winnebago has done on the inside of the coach that you're going to love, and it's going to make camping a lot easier for you. The first thing I want to do is take our minds back to when I showed you those batteries on the outside. There were 4 of them, although you did have the position or the space to be able to put 6. Let's take a look right down here at the bottom. These are a couple of switches here. You see you have your coach battery and you have your chassis battery or your chassis battery. These have to be either off if I want to lose light, on if I want the coach to have power, and on if I want your engine to have power. If you get in and you started, the engine's not starting, make sure you always check here first to make sure you have your chassis cut on, because that's what's giving you power to your engine. Also, if anything's not working on the inside, you don't have lights, make sure that you have your coach batteries on, because those are very important. Now, when you're not camping, when you have your vehicle parked, you have to make sure you cut these off, because they're continuously draining power from your batteries. Those batteries on the outside can be very, very expensive. And after you spent about $2,000 or $3,000 replacing batteries, I promise you'll remember to cut those off. Come on the inside. Whenever you come out and you're looking at a Class A vehicle, one of the main and most important features is space. How much space do I have? How many people can I bring along with me? Can I bring my kids? Can I bring my grandkids? If I have another couple that's coming with me, do I have the available space to sleep the people that I want to enjoy this vacation with? So let's take a look at this top cab area. This is a queen size bunk. And behind this queen size bunk, you're gonna have some additional storage. You're gonna have 5 storage bays that you can store additional items. This bunk will allow you to bring an extra couple, a couple of kids can sleep up here, but this does give you 2 more sleeping spaces besides the 2 sleeping spaces that you have in your master bedroom. So this additional bunk does provide a lot more sleeping space, and I want you to see what it looks like when it's down as well. So now that you see it with the bed actually down, you see this holds 600 pounds of weight. So I'm 250 pounds, I'm 6'4", I fit in here perfectly. It's 600 pounds of additional pressure that you can put here, so you pretty much can sleep anyone here. Also, let's talk about that additional storage that I mentioned to you before. I did say you had 5 cabinet areas or 5 storage areas. You have the 2 long areas here on the side, and then you have additional storage there as well. So plenty of room for the person who's going to be staying in this spot to be able to store clothes, phones, and items like that. Want to take a quick section to transition to the kitchen. Just want to take a second to show you do have the double sinks here. These actual covers do double as cutting boards as well, so you can utilize those as cutting boards. You also have 2 stoves. As you can see, they look completely different from each other. One is actually a gas stove and the other one is induction. What this means for you is that you have the capability of using gas, but you also have the capability of using induction. What you would need for this stove is to go to somewhere like Bed Bath & Beyond, buy those special pots and pans that have magnets under the bottom of them, because the magnet applied to the stove is what actually gives you the power and cuts it on. It's a safety feature, so when you have kids with you, they can't come over here and cut the power to the stove on without one of those pans. Of course, you have your refrigerator here. It is a nice large refrigerator. It is considered to be a residential refrigerator. Lots and lots of space. As you can see, that is a full refrigerator. Plenty of room to put sodas, beers, food, anything that you would normally carry in your refrigerator. And you do have a freezer as well. This freezer does have an ice maker, so that keeps you from having to go to the store and buy ice, because the freezer does have an ice maker as well. TV and fireplace. Let's talk a little bit about where you're going to be spending most of your time, which is either in your living room area or your dinette area. This dinette, Winnebago has named the Dream Dinette. And there's a reason why they call it the Dream Dinette. If you've ever camped before, you know how difficult it could be transitioning this dinette from an actual seating and dinette space to a bed space. But this does make a full-size bed, and let me show you momentarily how that happens. But before we do this, there's a little hidden compartment here that Winnebago was thinking about you of. When you see, I can lift this actual dinette table up and I have additional storage here in the dinette. So if the kids like to play games, if they like to play cards, you can always store those things here and out of the way. Winnebago was thinking of you on vacation when they made this dinette set. Now let's take a second to transition this, and let's just see how long it takes me to go from a dinette set to an actual sleeping space. Just gonna remove these pillows here. I'm gonna lift this seat up. I'm gonna lift this seat up. Gonna push this down. Return those seats back down. Put this pillow here. Put this pillow here. I just transitioned your dinette table into a sleeping space for one of your guests. And it took me every bit of about 30 to 45 seconds. I'm not sweating, I'm not out of breath. Easy transition. That's why this is called the Dream Dinette Set. The next thing we're going to talk about is your sofa here. This sofa can actually sit up to 3 to 4 people the way it is now, but it transitions into an L-shaped sofa to give you more sleeping and also to give you more sitting space. Let me explain to you how we do that. It's very easy. We're simply going to come here. There's a little lever here that we're going to pull up to slide this out. That's going to stop there. We have a latch here. We're going to pull straight up and out. Pull that back. Take our pillow that's hidden right over here and set it there. I just made additional sleeping and sitting space for your kids or for a guest that you have here that is camping with you. One thing that I want to point out to you why we have this set up this way. This tag here has a stock number to it. Understand, Winnebago is a true manufacturer. What that means is about 80% of this coach is built at Winnebago in their plant. These pillows, the cabinets there, your bed, your mattresses, all of these things, your dinette set is built at Winnebago. They are a true manufacturer. They're not building the coach and then having people to ship in furniture and ship in cabinets and shipping. They build it at Winnebago. So all you have to do is take this stock number. If your kids tear it, cut it, the son is sitting down, he has his pocket knife in his pocket and punches this, then you take this Winnebago stock number, call Winnebago, and they're able to send you a new part right out to you because they manufacture it right there at Winnebago. The next place we're going to step to is the half bathroom that we have here in the family room area. Notice the space inside the half bath. You do have, of course, what they consider to be a residential sink and faucet, lots and lots of cabinet space. You do have a foot lever flushable toilet. And also notice the cute little sprayer that you have there to help rinse anything down. But that is so cute that Winnebago puts the little sprayer on the inside for you to use at your convenience. There's also a medicine cabinet here right behind that mirror that gives you additional space and storage as well for medicine. If you don't take any medicine, then towels and things of that nature, soaps and things of that nature as well. That's your half bath. Moving along to the master bedroom. This is an area, it does have a queen size bed here, lots and lots of storage space. I want you to notice that in every cabinet throughout this coach, you have a lot of storage space and there are no dividers. So that means you get the opportunity to use extreme and tremendous amounts of storage. So if you're the type of person who brings a lot with you when you're camping, or you planning on living in this full time and traveling, then you have plenty of storage space throughout your entire coach because all of the cabinets are just like this with no dividers. Also here in the bedroom, you do have a one-piece washer and dryer appliance here. You are able to wash loads of clothes here in your unit. You do have a fresh water filter throughout the unit that does filtrate the water to it as well. So you do have a washer and dryer here that you can use as well. 32-inch TV is in the bedroom, lots and lots of storage space. Let me just point this out real quick as well, how deep the drawers are. The drawers are very, very deep, and that's every single drawer is very deep, so you have a lot of room to be able to put and store clothes as well. Then we're going to talk about the bathroom. Let's take a look at the master bath. Another area to be able to be utilized. You do have, again, the foot flushable toilet there. It does have the little sprayer as well. Lots and lots of cabinet space, residential sink. And then the one thing that I really want to point out in this bathroom is the 35F hosts the biggest shower in Class A vehicles that Winnebago builds. And this is in a gas vehicle, but let me step in. I am 6'4", 250 pounds, and I have nothing but elbow room. I'm not touching the walls. My head is not touching the ceiling. I don't have to duck down to get in the shower. This is a very big and spacious place. So for us big guys, us tall guys who also want to own these vehicles, we do have room in these showers to be able to operate. There's one more thing that I want to show you before we close out this video. Let's do that, and I'll be right back with you. All right, guys, before I let you go, last but not least, what I wanted to do is show you how this coach operates when the slides are in and you're driving down the road. We all know, and if you don't know, I'm telling you, when you're driving down the road and you get tired and you want to stop somewhere, maybe get something to eat, or maybe take a rest, you can do that. You can stop in a Walmart parking lot and you can park and you can rest for a while. However, places like that don't allow you to stay there with the slides out. You actually have to stay, even if you stay overnight, you have to keep your slides in. I want to show you how Winnebago manufactured this vehicle specifically for that. For you to be able to drive down the street, stop at Walmart without taking your slides out, and still be able to utilize your coach. I can still, coming from that way, get to the half bathroom. If I had people along with me and I'm driving down the road, the TV could still be on. They could still be enjoying the TV, playing the game if they need to. If we get hungry, I can still access the refrigerator. I can still sit at the dinette set, or I can still cook while I'm on the road. So, just to end the video, I want to tell you thank you for giving me your time today. Thank you for allowing me to break down the Winnebago 2021 Adventurer 35F. Again, my name is Jay Redmond. I'm your favorite McClain's salesman, and I want to invite you out to the Dallas-Fort Worth area. Visit McClain's, give us the opportunity. We're a family-owned business. We've been around since 1961, and we just like the opportunity to be able to serve you.
Hello folks, Michael here of McClain's Longhorn RV here in Sanger, Texas. I'm here to show you the brand new 2021 Winnebago Micro Mini 2225 RL. Let's go ahead and take a look at the outside. First off, we'll talk about this a little bit later. Asdel composite panels, so that you don't have to worry about delamination in your sidewall starting to bubble on you. One of the biggest things that Winnebago is known for is the 47 cubic feet of pass-through storage, which is huge even on a coach this small. And another great thing is you notice there's a little door there off to the left side, so this entire pass-through is accessible under the bed inside. Moving around the front, you have a nice awning that goes almost the entire, about 90% of the entire length of the coach, with your LED lighting all the way across. Speakers outside for your stereo system. Lots of windows here to let a lot of natural light in. 120 volt power outlets along with a cable hookup if you want to put a TV on a stand out here. Another thing that Winnebago is really known for is having very aggressive tires. So even if you don't want to do off-roading, if you ever decide you do, these are very aggressive tread on the tires. It'll be a lot easier to get through muddy spots. And if you notice, they're on these really nice aluminum alloy rims. Excuse me, this 2225 comes with a 3-year limited structural warranty, a 15-year roof, 15-year warranty on the one-piece roof, Comfort Tech package and the Explorer package, one of the few brands in the country that are designed for 4-season camping. Moving around to the back, you have a really nice ladder here so you can go up and walk the roof, make sure that all your seals are intact and not cracking or anything. It's pre-wiped for a backup camera. Your spare tire is real easy to access, so you don't have to worry about crawling up underneath to get to your spare. And in addition to the 47 cubic feet, you do have a little reach-in storage compartment in the back here as well. So all these things together give you a lot of storage in a coach this size. Moving around, you do have the one slide out, which the sofa's inside. You got some nice big windows for a lot of natural light. Satellite and cable hookups, your power outlet, black tank flush, fresh tank fill, and your shower. It does have an outdoor shower with hot and cold water. Real easy to get to, so you can hose the sand off and everything before you go into your house. And then back around this side, along with the pass-through, you do have the battery master disconnect, so you don't have to worry about draining your 12-volt battery. This Mini also has the solar panel prep on it, so if you forget to shut your batteries off, you do have the trickle charger with your solar panels. So let's go around and take a look on the inside. All right, folks, Michael back with you again. And we're now inside of the Winnebago Micro Mini 2225 RL. Does have a very nice queen size bed that's 54 by 70 inches, so you can get regular queen size sheets to fit your bed. You have overhead storage cabinets all the way across. As I mentioned when we were outside, there is the little pass-through door here to get it for the storage. You have some drawers. You do have a wardrobe in here to hang your clothes up, both top and bottom. It's a little bit small in here, but another thing, a very important thing, you do have air conditioner vents in here, so you don't have to worry about roasting in the warm Texas summers. Moving up a little bit up front here, we're going to check out the restroom really quick. It does have a bit of a compact shower, but being 6'2", I could still hop in the shower and still be able to take a shower in here if I need to. An airline style stainless steel sink, and you do have a very nice little cabinet in here to put your washcloths, your soap, your shampoo, or whatever. Moving up here into the kitchen now, you have a whole bunch of drawers here. You notice this is real solid wood construction. In case you didn't know, Winnebago has been making about 80 to 90% of their coaches in-house since 1958. So if you ever do need to get a part replaced, if they don't have it in stock, they will remake the part for you. So you can obviously tell the quality of construction that this is real plywood and not OSB or laminate or anything. In the kitchen, you have some really nice overhead storage that's deep enough for dinner-sized plates instead of just saucers or anything, which a lot of the competition has. Over into the sink, you have a stainless steel sink with a pull-out residential style sprayer, so you can make sure you keep your dishes clean when you're cooking in your coach. Speaking of cooking in the coach, you move over here, you have a very nice 3-burner stove, and the glass opens up to be a backsplash as well. This particular model does not come with a regular oven, however you do have a convection bake microwave in there. So about everything you could do in a standard oven, you can do right here in your convection microwave. You have some additional storage that goes all the way along this little counter here under the TV. You can fit a lot of stuff in there in a coach this size. Excuse me, you have your connects AM FM stereo with a USB, and it is also a CD DVD player so you can watch TV, and if you have any movies you want to bring with, you're welcome to. General Electric thermostat, which is kind of unheard of, but it also goes with the General Electric 15,000 BTU air conditioner that's fully ducted throughout the coach. One of the nice features, an extra nice feature that Winnebago does, wireless phone chargers are placed throughout the coach, so you can just put your phone on it and it can charge it up without having to worry about using a regular outlet plug or a USB plug, which there are several USB plugs and 120 outlets in here as well. Moving over back into the kitchen a tad, the stainless steel refrigerator is the new 12-volt DC refrigerator. So this will always run on electrical current. You don't have to worry about the propane bottles keeping your refrigerator cold anymore. The solar panels will trickle charge it, and it will run off your 12-volt battery. It'll also run off the 12-volt from your tow vehicle. So regardless if you have it plugged in, working on the converter, the solar, or towing it, you don't have to worry about your food going bad keeping it in the refrigerator. One of the other nice features about this coach is I am 6'2", and you notice I do still have some headroom. Plenty of lighting throughout. Stereo has speakers inside and out. The sofa converts to a nice pull-out bed for a couple extra people, and it's real simple, goes back really nice, so you can use it as a sofa or a bed. The dinette, actually real easy. You just slide that down, move your cushions over, and it comes out into a bed. So even though that this is a very small coach, less than 27 feet overall, you can still fit up to 5 people comfortably in this coach. Here near the door, you do have your control panel up top with your slide switches and your tank controls and everything, and your water tank heater, and you do have a lot of extra storage in here as well. So a couple more things I don't want to forget about on the outside, and I will meet you back out there. Hello folks, real quickly just want to touch on this while we get back outside of the front of the coach here. This does have the electric power jack in the front, so you don't have to worry about the manual jack. If you notice, it is also lighted so you can see hooking it up and unhooking it at night. And one of the most important features of this trailer that I completely forgot about is it does have the power stabilizer jacks in the front and rear, and they're as simple as touching a switch, touching a button, and bringing them up and down. And if you notice, they also have the manual override. If you should happen to lose battery power or anything, you can just take a cordless drill with a 3/4 socket and get them up and down wherever you need them. Folks, that's Michael Careview, McClain's Longhorn RV, Sanger, Texas, with the Winnebago 2225 RL Rear Living. For the virtual RV show. We look forward to seeing you soon. Come and see me, Michael, and thanks a lot.
What's up everybody, this is Josh Hurley at McClain's RV. I'm out of the Denton location, and we are excited to welcome you guys to the virtual RV show. 2021 is a different year for everybody, and we just thank you guys for tuning in. You know, you're sitting there right now. I don't know if you're having breakfast or you're having lunch, but thank you. Anyways, I wanted to kind of go over one of my personal favorites. I've actually taken this floor plan out and rented it myself, took the family, and we had a blast. I'm hooked. So those of you that are wanting to get into a Class C and you can take your family, this is that floor plan for you. This is the beautiful 2021 Winnebago Mini Winnie 31K. It's on the Ford E450. That's the Super Duty, heavy duty chassis. But yeah, this thing is built Ford tough. I kind of want to go over a little bit about Winnebago. So they've been building since 1958. Winnebago actually started with towables. A lot of folks don't know that, but most folks dream of having a Winnebago when they retire, hitting the road. Winnebago's kind of the Coca-Cola of the RV world. So I'm fortunate to work for a dealer that carries the best of the best. One of the things that Winnebago's known for is their trademark patented superstructure. Everybody builds sidewalls kind of the same way, process-wise, but materials are completely different. This is built with the best of the best. They actually use steel interlocking joints to tie the one-piece fiberglass roof. Yes, the Mini Winnie comes with a one-piece fiberglass roof. It's not the TPO stuff that's out there on some of the competitors' rigs. So get up on the roof if you're shopping. Tie the interlocking joints, tie the one-piece fiberglass roof to the heavy-duty chassis. And those interlocking joints are the superstructure that Winnebago builds all motorhomes with. So the cutaway chassis has its own special superstructure. The big diesel pushers have their own superstructure. But Winnebago's build is the best for a reason. They care about their customer experience. So this floor plan, I took it out and rented it because my family's needs needed this much room. I'll kind of go over why I think that even if you're a couple, this is a perfect camper, because the grandkids might show up one day. You might want to take another couple with you, and this is that perfect rig to do it. So this one has beautiful full body paint. You can get decals. Full body paint, you can buff it like your car, so you can really keep it clean. In Texas, if you have decals in direct sunlight, you got 5 to 6 years and it's going to start to peel. You can redo the decals and order new ones, no problem. But you don't have to worry about that if you do the full body paint option. But I wanted to go over one of the main things that my wife said, yes, this is the one we're going to rent. This, my friends, wait for it, is 108 cubic foot of storage for you and your family. Now, I know what you're thinking. I can't get a bike through that hole right there, Josh. Well, you can get a bike through this hole right here, guys. So, anything you need to take with you, if you don't have enough room in the 31K, then you probably don't need to take it with you. It also has little extra compartments that are waterproof base. Now this is kind of like, I would take one of these and it'd be my toolbox. Kids don't touch this, this is Dad's, right? Dad needs his space. That's what I would do with that. Now, everybody's gonna have their propane tank fixed to your rig. This is gonna do everything inside this coach you need to heat or eat with. Heat, meaning your furnace. Your furnace is gonna run off of propane. Also eat. This particular coach has a refrigerator that is a toggle. So it goes between gas if you're boondocking, or if you're plugged into a campsite, as soon as you plug in, it stops pulling off of the gas and it pulls off of electricity because you just plugged into shore power. So very convenient, heat and eat. This rig is making me jealous because it's a 2021. I told you I rented one of these, took my family down to Lake Grapevine. We camped at Vineyards Campground. It's real nice, and we had a blast, but it was a 2019. It had the V10. All 2021 market for any cutaway chassis. no longer is the V10 going to be acceptable to sell on the new market. Regulations, federal, they're cutting back on emissions. So the V10 couldn't be sold anymore because of emissions output. So everybody, taco truck, RVs, cutaway chassis had to go to the new Ford or whatever new, nothing V10 anymore can be sold. So if you still have a V10 out there, of course you can go get it registered, you've already bought it. But no more V10s. This thing is awesome. I wish I had it on the road when I took the family out. But I get to sell them now and I know a lot of the features about it, so I kind of want to go over why this chassis makes me jealous. First and foremost, the one that I rented didn't have this. Didn't have defrost built into the mirror. Didn't have your side camera feature, so when I hit my right blinker, I know there's not a biker in my blind spot. I kept the family safe. I drove the speed limit, but man, that would have been real nice to have. One of the cool things about this also, if you want to just get like to the point, it's 2021. Technology's wild, so CarPlay is now available in an RV, standard, Winnebago. So yeah, CarPlay's cool. Another cool thing is that the safety features on this, being 2021 now, you're gonna get auto cruise, you're gonna get auto brights. So when you're at night coming around the bend of, I don't know, some national park, little sidewinder, and someone's coming right at you, it's gonna take down your brights automatically. Hopefully theirs does the same. That way you're just safe. Then it also has the built-in radar, and that's how it's keeping track of speeds. It also has traffic sign alert, so it's gonna let you know the speed limit right there on your dash, so when you're in the middle of wherever you've never been before, you know the speed limit. That's pretty cool. The Ford 7.3 liter is amazing. The fuel economy is awesome. It's about 8.9 on average. That's from one of our employees taking it from factory through Yellowstone all the way down to this dealership, 8.9. So that's flat Texas, that's ups and downs all over mountainous territory. Back here, 8.9, that's pretty good. It also is gonna have 350 horsepower. The old V10 had 320. This thing smokes it. It has 468 foot-pounds of torque. I also want to talk about how Winnebago builds everything in-house as far as a lot of these components. I'd say about 80% of everything is done right there. Chassis, of course, are shipped over, and a lot of other things that they don't specialize in, but they specialize in about 80% of their own stuff. They even have stitches going in all of the seat coverings there in-house, foot pedal, okay? No one's doing that. I also want to kind of go over the cool thing about knowing to build it with the customer in mind. You go, hey, this is a 32-foot, 9-inch RV rolling down the road. Maybe there's a family of 5 or 6 in it. They have 7 seat belts in this floor plan. You can sleep 6 people in here very comfortably. I'll show you that when we go look at the floor plan, but I wanted to point this out. Look at this, 2, 3, 2, 7. That, my friends, is 2,327 pounds you can load onto this chassis and be safe on the road. There are competitors that limit you to 1,200 pounds. I don't know about you guys, but my wife and I have 5 beautiful kids together. We couldn't take our whole family on this, just saying. In a Winnebago, Mini Winnie 31K, our whole family can go. If this weren't that capacity, we'd have to leave the older 2 at the house. So another thing that I believe everyone kind of needs to know is that the towability has changed with this chassis. It used to be that you could tow 7,500 pounds because it was the big 450. Now, even if you're on the 350 smaller chassis, check this out. You have a hitch rating now that can do 7,500 pounds, and that's flat towed, okay? You can do 5,000 for hitch weight because it's a 500-pound tongue weight on this. So I hope that makes sense. Even the smaller ones that you were limited to 5,000 towing, you can now do 7,500 if it's flat tow. So all you guys that think this floor plan's maybe a little too big for you, you might want to check out like the 22R, the 22M, or one of the others in the lineup of the Mini Winnie. This has a 55-gallon fuel tank, as do all of the floor plans in the Mini Winnie lineup. This is also going to give you 30 gray reservoir and a 30 black reservoir. Okay, and then here on the driver's side, you have, this is just access more for our service department when you bring your rig in. This is where we're gonna do anything we need to with like hydraulic fluid. This has got auto level. So you can pull up to your campsite. If it's a little tilted and you got a good little view and you're on the side of a mountain somewhere, auto level button, boom, you're good to go. This is just another waterproof storage bin. You never have too much storage. This is a beautiful thing right here, folks. This is your 4,000 watt Onan Cummins generator. The cool thing about this generator is it's not the propane, it's actually a gas generator. This gas generator is tied to the 55-gallon fuel tank, so there's a special safety feature. At a quarter tank of gas, your generator is going to shut off. If you're in the middle of Yellowstone and you're dry camping and you left the air conditioner running at night, all the kids had their stuff charging and iPads, and you woke up in the morning to a dead coach, it was because you were running your generator and it didn't kick off and you ran out of gas. So you wouldn't be able to get to a gas station. That's why that safety feature is built in with the Onan. Now this is your power cord. So what I like to kind of go over here is you have a power box inside here. So you could actually roll down the road in Texas on the way to California in August, 115 degrees through Arizona, and you're keeping your kids in the back, seat belted of course, comfortable because the air conditioner is running. Your power cord is plugged into this power source, able to keep it cooled off and AC'd. Pretty cool, huh? Okay, so kind of just closing up the outside features here. One of the cool things about this one, the 2018, 2019s, 2020, 2021s, they've been doing this for a little while. You see this? Check it out. It's an LED strip that goes all the way down the end of your awning, as opposed to being fixed and all the way down the coach. So the reason why that's important, it's daytime right now, but follow me here and check it out. If I'm at an angle at my campsite and my picnic table's out there, then I can just adjust my light however I need to for whatever lighting situation I need to. You can't adjust anything if it's fixed. So yeah, there are some competitors, the old Mini Winnies that used to be fixed. It's kind of a cool new little thing that they're doing. But I really, really loved this floor plan when we took it out. So that's it for the outside gist of what you get with the 31K. So I want to go over this floor plan and why we loved it. Okay, so this floor plan was perfect for us. We were looking at other floor plans and we were going to take our two little boys with us on this spring break trip back in 2020. And this one is the one we chose. I actually sold the guy an RV a couple years ago. He started a rental company, and I just so happened to rent an RV that I sold one of my customers. And I didn't even know that it was going to be the perfect floor plan until the wife said, yeah, that's the one. The reason why we picked this floor plan is because there's some out there that the manufacturer doesn't think about the experience more so than just like the visual selling features. And it looks great, cool, we'll buy it, it's cheaper than the competitor, great. Get out there and you have a slide pulled in obstructing a bathroom door. You can't even use your bathroom unless you pull your slide out. So that eliminated an issue that I already know is in other manufactured floor plans. So I knew better. And this hallway right here, the slide's in right now, guys. This is the functionality. So I gotta get up and I gotta use the restroom. Or we're pulled over in the Walmart parking lot, so we're not driving and I'm able to take a shower. But I'm in Walmart parking lot. I can't let my slide out. So my kids, my wife, we can still take a shower with the slide in. You can crack an egg in a skillet. You can do the dishes. What I'm getting at is this floor plan works for a family with the slide in or the slide out. So let's go ahead and go over the safety features about the operation of this rig. So there's a few different things. You got to make sure to operate your slide that your coach battery's on. This is a coach battery. A coach battery does everything behind the driver and passenger seat. This is your house. This is your coach. You have a chassis battery, and the chassis battery is running the air conditioner and the dash and everything up here in the cab. Chassis, coach. Chassis has to have key in the ignition. Okay? You have to have your emergency brake on. Okay? And then and only then you can let the slide out. If I didn't have the key in the ignition, if I didn't have the emergency brake on, the slide wouldn't move. That's so when you're driving down the road, little Jimmy doesn't come here and push the button and accidentally run into somebody in the lane next to you. Okay, so as you can see, this floor plan is very functional with a large family. I'm in the theater seats right now, which are super comfortable, right across from your TV. Like I said a minute ago, this has everything you need. There's a DVD player tied to your TV that's standard. I want to talk about a couple other things in this coach that makes it convenient out there on the campsite. Corian countertops. Guys, those countertops are usually in diesel pushers. If this were one of the competitors of this class RV, that would be some kind of, I don't know, compressed particle board with some kind of laminate over it. That's Corian countertops. The other cool thing is this U-shaped dinette. Now, a little booth is a real small bed when you make it down. This, you can actually sleep adult and not just a tiny child in a booth. So U-shaped, this table drops down, fill in the gap with the cushions that are provided there. And then you'll have the extra inserts right here and here, okay? This is gonna be your drape for your privacy. Yes, this comes standard. Yes, you can keep the neighbors out. Yes, yes, yes. Winnebago has it all figured out. By the way, I wanna point something out here. We're going over all the luxury, the leather seats up here in the front. This is the top of the chart. So right here, I want to point this out. Every single part in a Winnebago is tracked. with a product number. I'm sure you're going to see in some of these other videos about Winnebago products that their warranty process is simplified by making it this easy. This is a product part number. They make them clear so they're hard to see, but guys, this is a product part number. Guess what? This door is the same size as this door, isn't it? One's right and one's left. The competitors might send you the left when you need the right. This is a different part number than this because one's left and one's right. You're going to get the first part the first time accurately so that the parts department can give it to the service department and do the work, and you get your rig out of the service department, you dropped it off in a timely manner, and everybody's happy. Winnebago has learned lessons since 1958 when you guys are thinking about, am I going to pay for the W? You get what you pay for, so you need to find the right sales guy to get the right deal to be able to pay for the W so that your rig that you're buying actually can withstand a 15 or 20 year note because it's built properly. So the other cool thing about this is these little boosters come with, okay? Now, obviously I'm not going to be driving down the road with a booster seat, but when I swivel this chair around, if I were to sit in it and try to eat, my knees are gonna get eaten too. So I have my booster. Now I can have a conversation with the kids while we're watching a movie. Yeah, so these both get to swivel around. This driver, you got to kind of get it pulled all the way up to be able to swivel it because you got the steering wheel behind it. However, this gives you full access to be part of the family. Isn't this cool? I mean, I don't know about you, but the smaller rigs would be awesome. Our kids, our youngest boys, 10 and 11. So maybe in another 8 years, we'll shrink down and go with the smaller rig. But the other advantages to the Mini Winnie 31K floor plan is these now come standard with an inverter. For those of you that don't know, coach battery, I explained that to you earlier, runs everything in the house. Well, not everything. It runs everything 12 volt. So something has to take that 12 volt power to be able to run your 110s, right? To be able to watch your TV, to be able to charge your phone with USB, you have to have 110 power. So this inverter right here, when I hold that button in, you see that green light? Now you have an inverter, whereas some competitors don't have it standard, so you might have to pay to get one put in if you want to plug in your phone. This is your generator. This is your tank monitor system as well. So that's propane, you got your battery, you got your fresh, your black, and your gray, okay? You also have water heater options. This is a gas or electric water heater. Your generator start and stop is going to be right here. You actually hold in the stop on this one, and that's going to prime the generator, okay? Now that it's primed, I'm just going to hold the button in, and I'm going to wait for this bad boy to crank on, and we're good to go. So, self-contained RV, all of that comes with it. And the last beautiful part of this experience that you'll have in a 31K made by Winnebago, sold by McClain's RV and yours truly, is this right here. I'm gonna flip this on and I want you guys to get a good look at that. If you plan on going to Colorado, if you plan on getting away from the heat, and you want to be in 30-degree weather for a week straight, if you don't have a tank heater, you're not going to be able to dump. Everything's going to be frozen. So this one's really cool because it's got a tank heater. Moving on down the line, this is the gas electric refrigerator I told you about. You probably didn't notice it because it looks recessed because it blends in with the cabinetry. This new setup is what Winnebago is calling their studio-inspired floor plan. Jack and Jill bathroom. Well, sometimes Jack might need to go use the restroom while Jill needs to take a shower. Or Jill's yelling at Jack that he needs to hurry up and get out of the shower. So you can do both. You can still have your kids separated if they're using it, right? Then you've got your door here so that they're convenienced. Or if you need to tell Billy and Joe that Jack and Jill are busy, you can do that too. So lastly, in this floor plan, most of the time, a Class C motorhome, you're gonna have a corner bed and you're gonna kind of be joined with the rest of whoever's with you. You get separation here, you got a door. Beautiful thing about this bedroom is you have an actual queen. This isn't that California queen. This isn't that RV queen. This is that queen. You're gonna go to Bed Bath & Beyond or wherever you wanna go to get sheets, and you're gonna get queen sheets. And that's it. So, also, plenty of wardrobe. They actually extended the width of this one. You see the other one on the ladies' side. I don't know how y'all sleep, but the right side's mine, left side's ladies. Actually, she would actually tell me that's my closet, but her side of the bed, and she'll take this closet over here because it's bigger. They do that on purpose so you can store more hanging over here. You do get the nice wide steel roller doors. There's also a slim one over there. Now I also want to kind of have you peek down here on the base of the bed. It's on this side right here, and it's even on the opposing side over here on the wife's side. There's also a 110 right here. And not just a 110, if you want to take a peek over there, there's also a USB and a 12 volt. Okay, there are some things that still require 12 volt plug-in, the little cigarette lighter looking guy, and you have that as well. So CPAP, you got a nice little cubby to store that in, or even the end table located on either side of the bed. TV, obviously, when we were at the campsite, the kids were up in the bunk doing their thing with the curtain, and they were watching their movie, and we didn't even realize it was like 2 a.m., but it was 11-year-old birthday, so we didn't say nothing. We kept the door shut, and we were doing our shows, you know? Grey's Anatomy. I don't know why I didn't get into it earlier, but that's our thing. So this floor plan is really good for a family 4 to 6, and even if you wanted to bring a cousin or two. So, my son turned 11 when I rented this back in March last year. And we got announced COVID while we were sitting in a 31K camping for my son's 11th birthday. I had him get a list of 10 of his friends, and I said, hey, we got to watch it, but you guys are kind of tiny, so I think we could fit 10 of your friends in this 31K, so let's just give it a go. And if you think about it, I thought I was nuts. But our particular floor plan, which you can get this, guys, so don't worry. If you don't want the theater seating here, you can get the floor plan we rented, 31K, but we got the fold-out couch. So one of his friends got to do a sleepover with us. Me and my wife in the bedroom, 2 of the boys right here, 2 of the boys right here, and then all of this right here, this was like the play pad, okay? So all of the electronics stayed up here. No electronics were allowed down here. This is family time. So the cool part about it, this isn't even a bunkhouse. But when you get option for the fold-out couch, that's how you can sleep cousins and your kids, and everybody's comfortable. So in a nutshell, I think that I've kind of explained why I love this floor plan. and I appreciate you guys hanging in there with me and learning a lot about this 2021 Winnebago new studio-inspired decor and all of the newest upgrades with the Ford V8 7.3 liter that's now going to be the new industry norm. So I really appreciate you guys hanging in there, and I would love for you to come into Denton McClain's RV and ask for Josh. Thanks.
Welcome out. My name is John Moore. I'm with McClain's RV. I'm here at one of our parts and accessories stores. We've got a wide array of different options. We've got all of your basic must-have items here on site, as well as specialty items or things you might need to repair. You'll find everything from sewer hoses, toilet paper, to solar panels, hitches for your new RV. Here at McClain's, we've got a full service center with certified techs that can do that maintenance, repairs, or install those upgraded items. Come follow me and let's go take a look at some of those essential items more in detail. All right, so here in front of us we've got our essential items, or your must-have items, if you will. Let's start off with electrical. So the RV, you're going to plug in the power cord to what we'd call shore power. So you're going to plug it in so you have power in the RV. And this right here, this is a surge protector. What this is going to do is it's going to protect you from exactly that. If there's a power surge, this will keep, you can fry a converter. It's very expensive. You could have a fire. So this is insurance, in my opinion, to prevent a costly problem or even somebody getting hurt, right? So this is a really good, very important item. Something else would be adapters. So depending on if you have a 50 amp or a 30 amp RV, you're going to need some adapters, because when you go to different RV parks, they may not have exactly what you need there. So if you have the right adapters, you're able to change it to what they have available, and then that way you're able to camp for that night or for however long you're going to be there. So this happens to be a 50 to 30 amp plug. So if the coach is 50 amp, I can simply plug my shore power cord into this, and it will adapt it down to a 30 amp plug, so that way I can plug in at a campsite for 30 amp. You also have here a simple adapter from a 30 amp to 15 amp. So we call it a 30 to house. So you could use this maybe if you're at home or somewhere where that just has a regular receptacle, a 15 amp receptacle. You could plug in and do some minor things. You just wouldn't want to pull too many amps because you're going to trip a breaker. So stick to using the lights, the slides, some of those lower items. You wouldn't want to turn on an air conditioner or the microwave. Okay, moving on, let's talk about the water. So whenever you go to the RV park or wherever you're going, if you're going to hook up to water, you're going to need a freshwater drinking hose. So this is it's a quality hose. It's made for drinking water. It's not a garden hose, right? So you'll need one of these. If the coach doesn't have a water filtration system, this is a great way, just this inline water filter. So everything that's coming into the coach water-wise will be filtered that way. Okay, the other really important thing is your RV is set up for anywhere from 40 to 55 PSI on the plumbing. That's what it's rated for on the inside. And wherever you're going to hook up, it may have a much higher PSI to where you could actually damage the lines on the inside. You could have a leak, you could have a blowout, cause a problem with the tank. So this simple, inexpensive item, this pressure regulator, you just screw it on to the tap, and then the water hose and everything follows that, and it just regulates that water PSI to where everything is in line to where it needs to be for the RV. Okay, moving on, let's talk about toilet paper, right? So these coaches are set up, the majority of them are going to have tanks, okay? So it's going to have a black tank, which is kind of the one nobody wants to talk about. That's the sewage. The sewage goes in that one. So what you have to be careful of is the toilet paper that you use in your restroom or your toilet that's going to go into that black tank needs to be RV grade or septic grade, so that way it can break down in that tank. If we use regular residential toilet paper, it's not going to break down, it's going to build up and cause you problems. The other part of that is you need that chemical. This is just one option, but these are porta packs. This is simply something you can put into that tank, have some water in there, and it's going to break down that waste like it's supposed to. Okay, and then we've got these simple things. We sell a lot of them. It's Bob's butt wipes, right? That's just part of it, helping it be a little cleaner, a little bit more like home. So, you know, some people call it glamping. You can make it a little more like home. But this is kind of the one thing that nobody wants to talk about, right? Is the dumping of the hose or the tanks and things like that. But it's a part of it. It's a part of camping. It's a part of your RV. So understanding it, that's what we're trying to do here. So we've got this sewer hose. What this sewer hose is going to allow you to do is it's going to allow you to hook up to that black tank and that gray tank that are on the coach. And then you'll hook the other end up to a clean out, whether that's on your campsite or just at a central location at that park. And basically that allows you to pull that valve and dump the black, which is your waste. You'll do that first, and then you can dump your gray and clean your hose out. And that's what this sewer hose is for. They make them in different lengths. A big part of that too is the sewer hose support. Okay, right over here. It's going to allow you to make sure you have the right grade, and that this all works by gravity. So we need it to have this support system so there's not low spots in there that are going to prevent the tanks from draining properly. Okay, the last thing, well, not to mention these gloves. That's just, it's a smart thing to have on hand. It helps you whenever you're doing dumping the tanks to stay clean. And then the other thing I think here is just wheel chocks. So whenever you get set up in the camp spot, you're going to want to put these in front of the tires so there's no movement and you're good to go. Other than that, that's just kind of a more in-depth look of the RV must-haves. We're going to have that at all 5 of our stores. We've got 4 in Texas, 1 in Oklahoma City, and then we've got specialty items that we can help you with as well. So thanks a lot.
Well, thank y'all for tuning in to the McClain's RV Virtual RV Show. My name is Hunter Pruitt, known as the RV Hunter, and we're up here at McClain's RV in Sanger, Texas. And we're actually sitting in the front living room of the 2021 Grand Design Momentum 376 THS. Now, for those of you who know this floor plan, you know that it's been recently redesigned, but for those of you who've never seen it before, we have quite a few surprises in store, specifically in the rear of the camper. But this is a front living concept. hugely popular in the RV world because here you get dual opposing slides for 2 couches and then 2 massaging and heated recliners that are opposite your huge front nose cap entertainment center. This entertainment center is just loaded with storage all the way around. You have the ambient LED lighting, your control panel for your Rockford Fosgate upgraded sound system, and this even has your controls for your subwoofer and your kitchen inside outside. And then you also have a televator. This isn't a coin term, it's what I call it, but it allows it to raise and lower so that on a rainy day when you're wanting to have family movie night, this is the perfect space for you. But if you just want to have good conversations and actually disconnect from technology, this is fantastic because it just drops away. Then you have the nice faux place that you can actually adjust color, light settings to your pleasure. And that's actually all around this glass entertainment center as well, that you can put on small DVD players, things like that, that you can actually still use your remotes and consoles to control. Additional storage I want to showcase. And now, for those of you who have purchased Momentums in the past, previous to 2018-19, there used to be particle board in the bottom of these drawers, but not anymore. All real wood. Small things that you might not notice unless you're in them every single day like we are. That's why we're doing these videos, to point these things out. I did want to point out though, it's the only physical labor I'm able to get in a day. And so for those of you who've never seen what these trifold sofas look like put out, we'd love to take that opportunity to show you now. This trifold sofa is neat also because you can actually remove it completely. There's some folks who would rather use this slide space for a desk. I think that would be better suited for this slide over here, so it's opposite the stairs. But this makes a huge bed. And actually, it is nearly more comfortable than the RV mattresses that come with these. You get all the windows on both sides, so you can get some good cross ventilation going. They are residential frameless windows, so you can actually open them while it's raining outside. And then the massaging and the heated recliners that I'll show you here also have USB ports, and compared to the Reflections or some of the lower end Thomas Paine furniture, this here you can actually incrementally control with buttons. And you turn the massage, light setting, and heat are all able to come on. And then you have these nice little lap tables to either work or eat on, because again, that's how most of us eat at home anyway, so might as well bring those creature comforts out on the road with you. They also maximize the space that you get up above in this storage compartment up here. 3 drawers all the way across. And also an additional window up here, and it is an exit window. And granted, as always, being mindful of safety. But as we check out the living room, we also want to show you this. It's kind of a 3-tiered area that people really look for, especially if you're going to be full-time. Again, Grand Design is really one of only 4 fifth wheel manufacturers that is rated, warranted, and insulated to be lived in full-time. And how's this for a kitchen that you could live in? I mean, you got the huge 4-burner Insignia cooktop. That's right opposite this nice little hutch area here that would either give you additional prep space or be a good work area if you didn't want to use up the space of one of those sofas with a desk. It's cork bulletin board. This new lattice work that they are doing on the glass of these Momentum cabinets. And this has actually been entirely redesigned over the past year to a more charcoal neutral color on the inside. Huge drawers. Great cabinet space all the way around. Your spices, this is a convection microwave as well. And then show you this up underneath, because many folks don't even know that they give you nice wooden pull-out drawers as well under here. Great for big pots and pans. Then the sink in the island is fantastic as well. Super deep stainless steel, nice drop-down faucet with 2 different spray settings, smaller vegetable sink as well. But hey, you actually get a wash and a rinse side for those of you who are stuck doing the dishes. Nice Corian solid surface countertops. They actually give you the place to put a trash can. What a concept. And then you have the additional drawer space under here as well with outlets. They cram them everywhere. Now, new feature on these Momentums is that now you can get them with the residential fridge, which is genius because Usually it either comes as we used to come as a propane electric refrigerator, but because this actually comes with an own-in gas generator, might as well go with the one that has the inverter, because you're never going to risk going without power if you have a generator on board. Great little pull-out drawer here. This is a Samsung residential fridge, 10-year warranty on it, with more storage up overhead as well. Those of you who've been hoarding toilet paper and paper towels all year, there's the place for you to take them on the road. And then great pantry that actually has your washer dryer connections inside of it. So you could either do a combo or a stackable unit. Combo unit would save a little bit of space, but some people prefer to have the stackable. Either way, our parts department can help you weigh the pros and cons. Now, this island's really neat because you actually get the 2 stools there. And before I point out this hutch, I'll actually point out one of the other newest features that Grand Design's done on these slides, and it's a huge development in that we have no carpet here. Fantastic under the dining room table specifically. You do of course have the storage up underneath the chairs, it's really nice, but Grand Design innovated a new linoleum technology that's not going to get caught up underneath your slide. They have a specific slide wedge underneath this very thick slide floor that is R27 insulated. You actually have the R11 insulation in the slide wall, so you're not losing all your heat and AC. It's going to stay comfortable in all 4 seasons. Some small things I didn't point out as I was coming down the steps, but you do have central vacuum here, and they do have a hose that comes along with it that can actually reach from tip to tip, so you can vacuum the entire camper. Along with no floor vents. I don't know if you noticed that, but all the heat ducts are side mounted with Grand Design's patented even flow heat system. Now here is our hutch. Great for a coffee area or a little bar. That is the control module for the one-touch control panel that I'll do an intensive minute on at the end of the video. Plugins up underneath here, and also your override manual switches for your slides and awnings, but also more drawer space. And this is a perfect landing area right as soon as you're going out. But again, those of you who are familiar with the old 376TH are going to be able to notice the differences on this 376THS. This is just your fuse panel and your breaker box here. But the main difference is the positioning of this door. This door used to be on that side of the slide. We'll show you some of the benefits of them moving it back here, because there are a few goodies on the outside that moving this door further back allows you easier access to. But when they did that, they're very smart because they actually positioned this fridge from over there to this side as well. Improve some pantry space, but what also allowed us to do is have access to the fridge while you're going down the road, even when these slide outs are in. Something that a lot of you experienced campers want to make sure to consider, that you can actually access your food while you're going down the road, and this fridge will allow you to do that in this new layout. But beyond that, now we just have the rear of the camper where we actually have a few surprises, a few more redesigns on this 376THS. First up is going to be this restroom. Now with this being an early year model 2021, some of you might be seeking this out because they did a redesign of this shower that we'll post some pictures of, because now it no longer has a seat in the corner. It actually has a teak wood seat that folds out with some different compartments along the side with 4 spray nozzles. This is an early year model 2021, but some folks are preferring this design. Again, we live in America, to each their own. We have a variety of choices, but this is one of the last models that we have in stock that'll have this fridge layout. And again, we'll post pictures of the new layout so you can consider which option is best for you. Medicine cabinet up above here comes with a paper towel holder, toilet paper holder, so you can mount it wherever you'd like. Super deep sink, new black hardware, and then all the storage that you get up underneath. Can't you just see what you'd put down there? Tons of space. And then you have dual doors here for you to be able to pass into the bedroom now, and that is one of the new redesigns of the 376THS. This used to be a wall. Now they've made it accessible directly into the bedroom. Of course, porcelain toilet and sliding pocket doors that are all magnetic, that are super neat. But as we go into the bedroom, you're gonna notice a huge amount of storage space that we get back here as well, all across the top in both corners. Nice hinges, have everything hold up in place. You do have USB ports up under here, light switches, actual 110 outlets, window over the bed with its own blackout roller shades, which I have yet to point out. 2 huge windows over there on that side. And now this is the king bed option, which does cut down on the amount of space that you do have on that side to walk around the bed. But for those of you that have dogs or little ones while you're going down the road, this is almost a must, you know. But With that all being said, you do have all this closet space though that makes up for it, and you get quite a bit of walking space on this side. Open up this side, but it's next to identical. There's your big old 50 with 4 drawers underneath. You're gonna stay really comfortable in this bedroom because there are 3 ACs, an option that's now only available in the Momentums, but 3 ACs, all 3 are 15,000 BTUs with the new Stealth AC ductwork system that we can post some information on as well. Basically, the benefit of it is it's real metal chutes that dump the air down into the space. Some camper brands, they're not ducted whatsoever, or if they are ducted, it looks like a dryer vent up there. It's kind of the best analogy I have for it. But this metal chute actually looks like a figure 8, disperses the air all the way throughout. Even when you're only running 1 or 2 ACs, you're able to get really good airflow. But now with 3 ACs, all 3 being 15,000 BTUs, you're not gonna have any problem being comfortable in here. But there's gonna be some things that while you're sleeping at night, you might wanna know about that are under this bed. Some of you think, oh, well, it's just a lift up gas assisted storage under the bed. No, we're gonna show you right now the little surprise that we have in store. Hey, surprise, this is what we have in store. Come on outside and take a look. Well, y'all, this is the surprise we had in store. For those of you who already know the Grand Design Momentum line, you know that we are going to come back here and show off that it is in fact a toy hauler. But those of you who are unfamiliar, the 376 THS is the only front living concept toy hauler available from Grand Design. Momentums are known as being the top end luxury toy hauler, but this is so unique because you have this rear garage. Right now it's 70 inches tall, but we go ahead and lower it with these gas struts, this hydraulic lift system, and we take it down to 66 inches wide. So for those of you who are wanting a full-time, you have the front living concept that gives you so much sleeping, entertaining space with the dual opposing sofas. But then this, whether or not you want to put a golf cart back here, your bikes, a side-by-side, a small one, or if you just want to bring your storage shed along with you instead of paying a month, this is excellent because it gives you that space. It's actually 63 inches wide, 117 deep, and even with it down right now like it is only 66 inches tall, or it's already 66 inches tall. So you have a lot of space in here to put your bikes and anything else that you might need. Those are the new Momentum Zero Gravity patio chairs that are fantastic. But I will show you that whenever we pick this ramp door up, it is gas assisted. The slope of this ramp is really great because you don't have to pop a wheelie to get it up. But again, with the flick of the wrist, you're able to throw it right up and then secure, lock all your precious cargo. And again, it's under your bed, which is such a unique, interesting concept. Now, the outside of this camper is going to be pretty similar to the original 376, besides in the orientation that we kind of talked about inside, where they moved this door from the front side of this middle slide to the rear. And what it allows you to do is come right out this door on the gas-assisted More Ride solid steps that flip right up and down. As you come right out this door, right to your outside entertaining space. So you have this gorgeous griddle cooktop that you can cook directly on. Small fridge here. In Texas, it's either just beer, Dr. Pepper that are going in there, but still awesome to have, even if you're just wanting to grab small snack stuff. Even though the inside fridge is accessible while the slides are in, you can grab everything from right there. Really solid, nice steel workspace when you're out here entertaining. Your TCL Roku Smart TV, and then your outside Rockford Fosgate sound systems with a 12-inch subwoofer being actually underneath the stairs there. But look at all this pass-through storage that you get under here. Again, you have that whole toy hauler compartment, but there's still no shortage of additional storage. You have all of this. And let's go to the front. As we pass, I'll point out the Cooper tires, H-rated. Now no more China bombs that people are all concerned about. They do still have a 5-year warranty on the axles, wheels, and tires. The suspension system is also now the new More Ride CRE 3000, and that's all about the travel. I'm not talking about the ease of travel, which it does help with, but the actual travel that it takes inch potholes instead of just the 1.5 inch potholes that so many others take. And that's important on this guy because again, you're getting upwards of 20,000 pounds gross weight when it's fully loaded to the max with a 115 gallon freshwater tank, 104 gray, and over 50 gallons of black. It's only about 16,000 pounds dry. Still one that you're going to want to consider with a dually. I mean, it's a big boy, 41 feet 1 inches overall. But again, no shortage of storage or space. Here's the central vacuum that you can actually use up under here, the hose that comes along with it that again will reach from tip to tip. Magnetic doors with the nice slam latches. 6-point hydraulic auto leveling, not electric. As we move to the front, I'll point out huge awnings that you get along the back entertaining space, and the newly redesigned graphics that are just black and white seem to go with almost any vehicle. The TH series of the Momentums actually have a painted front cap here. It's the nice front cap lights that are actually customizable. I didn't point that out on the inside. We'll go back inside and do a whole overview of the one-touch control panel, but you can control everything from a small touch panel between your lights, your slides, your jacks, your awnings, leveling everything, including customizing the lights on the front cap and what are running along the side. And so you could be a full party wagon going down the road. But this here, your MORryde pin box, this has rubber shear springs that allow additional give front and back to keep from chucking. A lot of road shock is taken out, so it's a much smoother ride for you. And that's right in front of this big compartment here as well. You get 2 batteries on this guy whenever you go with the residential fridge. And then this is the 5500 Cummins Onan generator right here. That is actually fueled by half of the 60-gallon auxiliary fuel tank that's on the back that we'll point out. But as we walk around, those of you who are unaccustomed to Grand Design and their build quality, this Nautilus pump station is really just geared for you full-timers, or even you first-time campers who don't know the difference between what you need to do when you are boondocking, if you're going to be filling your tanks, if you're connected to pressurized water at a campground, when you go to winterize or you go to sanitize. It's super easy. You don't have to worry about bypassing your water heater. All that you do is match the diagram, flip the switches, and follow. I mean, there is an instruction manual, of course, actually specific to Grand Design's individual brands, but again, all that you have to do is match the colors and diagrams. Super easy. The full-blown Momentums do come with an inline water filter right there, ice maker cutoff switch for your residential fridge, and these are your low point drains right there. That's actually the point where water is at the lowest in the camper, and because they're right here, right next to a forced heated air duct, this whole compartment is actually completely closed off from the rest of the coach and heated. You don't ever have to worry about your tanks really freezing, even in the coldest conditions. This is a 12-gallon water heater here, your furnace exhaust, and when I start talking about 4 seasons rated, the first thing you do on any brand you should be comparing is walk right up to it, beat on it. Because this is R11 insulated. It's actually R45, not just R40. R40 is on the roof, but R45 underneath. And that's actually a marine grade subfloor that doesn't wick water whatsoever. This entire subfloor is one giant sheet of marine grade decking, so it's virtually impossible for it to wick water, which is why Grand Design protects that for 25 years. You have a warranty on the subfloor. By the way, while I'm mentioning it, 18 years on the roof, 3-year structural, 1-year complete bumper to bumper that Grand Design is servicing themselves, along with a 5-year warranty on axles, tires, wheels, and decals. These are automotive grade decals. If they ever start to peel or fade, Grand Design wants to keep this looking good, so they're protected for 5 years. And I mentioned the tires, no questions asked for the first year. You can pick up a nail on all 6 tires because this is a 3-axle big boy, but you can pick up a nail on all 6 and they'll send you 6 brand new ones. Beyond that though, we were talking about your enclosed pump station and your tanks being R45 insulated, but this white pool here, with this camper having 115 gallons of fresh water, if you're starting to hit and go up to the mountains, you don't want to start hitting those high RPMs and start throwing kids or luggage overboard. The heaviest thing on your camper is probably your water if you're traveling with full tanks. And if you were going to have to dump your fresh tank of 115 gallons right from here, only relying on these PEX pipes, the low point drains, it would probably take you upwards of 3 or 4 hours. But this is a fresh tank dump here that you're able to pull that handle, pretty much dump that entire fresh tank, and I want to say less than 30 seconds. It's a great feature while you're traveling, and also whenever you go to winterize it, it just cuts down on that time that you're going to be taking to go through all those steps. You're going to get the residential frameless windows, Schwintech front slides, hydraulic rear slides under here, and then a look here. Your other tank pools are also inside. So for those of you who aren't wanting to reach way up underneath the camper, very convenient place for it. Here's your auxiliary fuel station. And then again, maximizing every square inch. This small cubby along the side of the garage you can use for several really long things like fishing poles, etc. Your skis, all that good stuff. But this has been a pretty intensive, but I feel like we got through it pretty well. Overview of the outside and the inside on the Grand Design Momentum 376 THS. Again, this is kind of the anomaly floor plan from momentum, because usually you have the larger 10 to, sometimes 15, 16 foot garages. This is the smallest garage, but definitely the most living space. For those of you who have never considered a toy hauler because it doesn't have adequate living space, again, I think this is it. But I'd like to go back inside. We did one whole overview of the outside after we looked at the inside, but I'd like to do a brief walkthrough again so you can refresh yourself on how comfortable it is. And then I'd like to as well do a whole overview of the one-touch control panel so you can see how neat that is. Yeah, we are in the year 2021. Of course, this is a 2021 Grand Design Momentum 376 THS. And in the year 2021, it's all about technology. And this technology is so well integrated on this Momentum with the LCI one-touch control panel. If you look here, this is the home screen. And you can control almost everything from right here. You can monitor your bedroom, living room, and main area air conditioning, because again, you do have 3 AC units on this. Also your battery voltage, all your lights, including your accent lights. So name your favorite color. Mine was red while doing this video, but you can flip that right on. You can go ahead and change color if you'd like. And let's put it on a hot pink. Let's do a yellow. You look through there and I almost matched the fireplace going on up in the front. We got yellow accent lights, and you can also control the accent lights on the outside. But in a more practical sense, this also controls your leveling, your lights, your slides, your tank levels, all your leveling systems, everything. Right here from this easy control panel. Also has troubleshooting and how-to videos here on here. And then the other neat thing is you can actually connect to it right here on your phone in this easy Compass One Control Connect app. And you can see you can control the awnings, your HVAC controls, your leveling, even your generator, all from your phone. And so you can be sitting out underneath the awning, the wind picks up, you don't want to get up and come inside, you can roll in your awning right from your phone. If you're at a really tight campsite and you don't know whether or not you're going to hit a tree because of how confined the space is, you can be your own spotter right on the outside of the camper instead of screaming through the camper, "Hey honey, I'm about to hit that tree." And so this connectability and having everything interconnected between your phone and this screen is a huge luxury. Don't worry, you do have override switches up under here, so you can still control your slides. There is still a control for the rear closet slide right on the bedroom wall. And so for those of you that are nervous about the technology aspect, you can still control most of the main components of this camper without it. But I'll tell you, it works almost seamlessly, very well integrated with the phone and everything. But that's kind of the last cherry on top, that one-touch control panel. That's the last piece of technology we really wanted to hit on. We've already gone through the generator, the fuel station, the huge toy hauler compartment in the back. And so I'm really glad that y'all were able to see this unique concept and the redesign of the 376 THS, because again, this living area paired with that rear toy hauler area, and then all the features that are in this kitchen, it's just designed and ready and equipped to go full timing. And so again, we're ready to get it on the road for y'all. Go ahead and reach out to us up here at McClain's RV. We have 5 convenient locations in Sanger, Fort Worth, Denton, Rockwall, and Oklahoma City. Again, my name's Hunter Pruitt, the RV Hunter up here at McClain's RV in Sanger, Texas, which is now the largest RV center in the entire state with a KOA campground, 24 service bays, and we're here to serve you. So please reach out to us. Let us know what you thought about this floor plan specifically. And if you want to see other Momentum toy haulers, that's what I specialize in specifically for Grand Design, is the whole Grand Design line. And I love toy haulers with their versatility, because again, the versatility of this area between being able to have a golf cart, bikes, and even a storage compartment right there under your bed is really unbeatable, especially when you pair it with this space. But we really do appreciate y'all tuning in. Please interact, let us know what else you'd like to see. If there's any area of this camper we didn't focus in on enough, would love to hear about that in the comments so we can go back, revisit, and we'll also be sure to post some of the pictures in the comments that kind of illustrate more on the different features and options, because there is going to be a new interior on the sofas. There is a different shower that's getting put in these, but if you like the mocha and you like this fiberglass shower with the seat, be sure to reach out to us now, because what we have in stock is all we're going to have. And so come see what we have in stock. I have a huge overflow of campers now before the market gets crazy in the spring and summer months, and we'd love to see you. Again, Hunter Pruitt, the RV Hunter down here in Sanger, Texas. Thank y'all again for tuning in. This was the 2021 Grand Design Momentum 376 THS.
Hi guys, thanks for joining us today at McClain's RV in Rockwall, Texas. My name is Whitney, and today we're doing a walk around of the 2021 Grand Design Transcend Explorer 221 RB. This is a part of our virtual RV show. Let's start here at the front. Today we're going to take a look here at the automatic tongue jack. This gives you also a lit area underneath so that if you are detaching or hooking up in the dark, you can do that with ease. Right behind here, you have two 20-gallon propane tanks giving you 40 pounds of usable propane. And right behind here is space for your brand new battery. Let's walk around to the side here. This is our 43 cubic foot pass-through storage. And you'll notice here on the outside that the pass-through doors are insulated, as well as they have magnetic strips so that you can easily put them up and down. This is our all-in-one utility docking station, and right up underneath here is an added feature. This is a control panel for the 160-watt solar panel on top of the roof. The first window here is to your bedroom. On the slide wall here, you have a great size window for your living room and kitchen area. Underneath right here, you'll see connections to dump the gray and black water tank, and then easy access to put down all 4 manual stabilizers, so you don't have to crawl up underneath there. They're right there, easy to access. We're plugged into a 30 amp service here. And on the back, you'll notice the unit comes with a spare tire for any emergencies that you might have on the road. Up above, you'll notice a window to the generous sized bathroom. And right above that is a station to where you can receive a backup camera if you'd like one installed. Also right here is a roof access ladder for your walkable roof. And then we'll move around to the front here and look at the entertainment space. On the front side here, you'll notice that you have a very generous sized 16-foot long awning to get you out of the elements. And on the front sidewall here, you have a great LED lighting area with outdoor speakers that are going to be weather resistant. And then you'll notice plugs right here if you'd like to put in an outdoor TV. You have electricity and you have cable. Let's take a look at the inside of this unit to check out some of the features. Okay, first we're going to take a look in the bathroom here. The 221 RB stands for rear bathroom. The benefit of this layout is you have a super generous sized restroom. You've got a lot of countertop space for getting ready. You've got excellent storage underneath the sink and over top the sink for your medicine cabinet. One great thing about Grand Design units, you'll notice you always have a porcelain toilet. They do not compromise and go for the cheaper plastic toilets, which is an excellent upgraded feature. And right beside the toilet, you'll notice they've also upgraded to sidewall vents and eliminated floor bins. So this is going to eliminate having dirt and debris that gathers in the floor, stubbing your toe in the middle of those, and it's just an excellent added feature. Looking at the shower, you have an excellent size shower with a retractable shower door, and over top is a nice skylight, so for taller people, you don't have to worry about compromised space there. Taking a look into the living room area, we have furniture from the Thomas Paine collection. The oversized sofa here, all three seats are going to recline and lay all the way back, and you have cup holders on both sides of the seats here, as well as this middle part folds down, and you have 2 additional cup holders and a nice sitting area right here for your devices with a charging port right behind, so it's close by. Nice open floor space in this unit, so when the slide is out, you don't have to worry about squeezing by each other. You can have, generous seating and walk around space. You have a lot of countertop space right here. And over top, you'll notice is your entertainment, your TV area. This TV does come out, so if you'd like a different viewpoint, you can move it out and swivel it around to where you need it, even in the bathroom. We have great storage underneath here, guys. All of the drawers in this unit are going to pull all the way out, so you can have access to the back of the drawers with ease. Great size storage underneath here as well. Moving into the kitchen, you have a 3-burner propane stovetop. The glass top acts as additional prep space, but also folds up and can be a splash guard for when you're cooking so that you don't get it on the back wall there. Microwave over top, great size here. And then you have excellent overhead and underneath storage in your kitchen. I'd like to show you these top ones here first. And then over top of the sink. Great size there. So you'll notice the sink here, you have extra prep top. We'll move that over. So you can store your coffee pot, it's not in the way. You have a nice size single barrel sink with a retractable sink nozzle there so you can clean things pretty easily. And then this is a great added storage space here. You'll notice it's tall enough that you can fit your trash can, which is really nice not having it out in the middle of the walkway. We'll take a look here at the refrigerator on the slide wall. We have an 8 cubic foot Furrion refrigerator. This is a 12-volt refrigerator. Excellent storage in the freezer. And again, excellent in the refrigerator as well. The upgraded feature to this for the 2021 is that the 12-volt refrigerator will run off of the solar panel, the 165-watt solar panel on top, just like the lights and your slide outs for the awning as well. Let's take a look in the bedroom. In your bedroom here, you'll notice that we have a full residential size queen size bed. It is 80 by 60 inches. You have great overhead space here, so when you're sitting up in the middle of the night, you don't have to worry about hitting your head, as well as some open storage space here that you can kind of decorate and make your own. You want to throw some baskets up there or picture frames when you're all set up. You have 2 generous sized hanging storage closet spaces on both sides, so you don't have to fight over hanging space. And underneath the hanging space is a deep set storage pocket as well. And right underneath, you'll notice nightstand tables so that you can sit your devices and have easily accessible charging right by on both sides there. I want to show you some storage underneath the bed here as well. And this has an assisted lift, so it's not hard to open up at all. You notice that there was a folding table in the living room area, and this space is big enough so that you can fit that folded table down and store it away easily when you're traveling down the road. Once again, guys, this has been a brief overview of the 2021 Grand Design Transcend Explorer 221 RB. We really appreciate you joining us here at McClain's RV in Rockwall. Again, my name is Whitney. If you would like, feel free to come and visit us here anytime in store or visit us online at McClainsRV.com. Thanks so much.
What's up, everybody? This is Josh Hurley here with McClain's RV down in Denton, Texas. I am standing in front of a beautiful travel trailer. This is the Grand Design 2021 2610 ML Imagine. This is probably one of the top choices out there in the industry for a lot of reasons. The Imagine's kind of in that budget range that allows most people with an F-150 to be able to get in this comfortably. So I want to kind of go over some of the differences in the sidewall. So not even just the Imagine, but Grand Design specifically has a process in which they build their sidewalls. So it's pretty cool. I've been to the factory up there in Middlebury, Indiana, and what I was able to learn is why this sidewall doesn't need Azdel. Why is it one of the top sellers and it doesn't have Azdel, Josh? Oh, well, this is why. 3 things. They're going to be looking at it from a different standpoint, building it, because they're looking at the customer experience. So they go, okay, we need to do 3 things. We need to make sure that we have 100% coverage, blue dye, and then they need to make sure that the temperature's right for the luan so it doesn't swell in the bonding process. So temperature control is number 2. And then number 3, I think is most important. They're 4 times the foot-pound pressure test than everybody else, like at 25% foot-pounds. they go 4 times higher or more than for the customer experience to be that much better. They do a 100 foot-pound pressure test. Check it out. So when I was out there at Grand Design University, I learned about this blue glue and I said, oh, that makes a lot of sense. So if I'm actually gluing something and bonding the material and sending it through a pinch roller, and it's gonna press and it's gonna be like that for the whole existence of its life, then if you know that it's all glued, then you're not gonna have the issues down the line, okay? That's huge. The guys across the street are doing maybe 80% because their glue's just clear. It's not blue. That's pretty simple. That's the easy one, right? But that's the difference between them and the rest. Second real important thing. Luan is a backing that everybody in the industry uses that doesn't have Asdel siding, okay? I'm a strong believer that the construction isn't properly done on those campers that need the Asdel, and they brag about it because it's a composite and it can't sweat and swell, so it's not gonna have DLAM. Smart move. But Grand Design builds very, very well, one of the best in the industry, and they don't need Asdel because their Luan is sourced and it's sorted. So that means everything comes in one of their shipping departments, and that is the temperature controlled building. It's got, just looks like fog coming out of the roof, right? And that is the dehumidifiers that are regulated 24/7, and everything gets built sidewall wise in that building, bonded, dried, and then sent out and dispersed to the individual plants. Momentums are built in one plant, Imagines are built in one plant, so on and so forth. So sidewalls are the most important first step process at Grand Design. If you have temperature controlled Luan, that's the backer for this, and then you have it sorted where there's no knots, and you discard that and sell that stuff to the guys across the street, then you have the premium, because you paid the premium price for the best Luan on the market, and it goes in this sidewall of every Grand Design. So you have the second most important thing covered by the best Luan backer on the market. Third thing, foot-pound pressure test. The industry standard's 25 foot-pounds of pressure to tear that wall apart, and it goes through process and it gets accepted. Grand Design says if it says 99 on that foot-pound pressure test, we discard it. We're not going to give our customers that because it's not reliable and it doesn't meet our business model of taking care of our customers. So 100 foot-pounds of pressure tested in the building, and it has to meet code then and only then. 100 foot-pounds of pressure or more, and we're doing business and we're building sidewalls at Grand Design. So just wanted to make that clear to you guys out there. So if you're out there and you're bragging about the Asdel that you have, and you got that customer that really wants to say, well, why doesn't the best have Asdel? Well, if you build it right, it doesn't need Asdel. Thank you.
Welcome RVers, thanks for stopping in. My name is Ty Davidson. I work over here at the McClain's RV store in Fort Worth. Today I'm going to be walking through a 2021 Grand Design Imagine 2800 bunkhouse model. This is for our virtual RV show, so feel free to stop in anytime, take a look at those videos that we have. We're going to have a bunch of content coming out. But anyways, let's go ahead and get right into the exterior features of the coach. Here right at the front cap, one thing that's nice about the Grand Design Imagine is it is a molded front cap, okay? It's also going to have automotive paint here on this front part. It's going to help with sun damage and extreme weather conditions, so you're not going to see any fading or anything like that. On the sides here, you have basically kind of like a bed liner type material that's going to help protect the front part of the coach for rock chips and stuff like that. And then you also have another steel rock guard here that's going to protect the bottom layer of that coach as well. This coach is set up for 2 batteries. Here at McClain's, we will give you one. It has 20 pounds of propane that we have. We'll also fill those up for you here at McClain's. And then also you're going to have your LCI electric tongue jacks are going to be super user friendly, really easy to use. You want to walk around here with me. One thing that's nice about the Grand Design as well in the Imagine series is that it does actually sit on a 6-inch drop frame. Why that's important to you is because if you can look in here, you guys are going to get a tremendous amount of storage. 47 cubic feet of storage, and it's all unobstructed. What I mean by that is a lot of times you guys will see when you have these bays like this, you'll have compartments that come into that bay, but this is full pass through. You get to utilize all that space. This particular model does come with 2 door entry access ports for you guys to be able to get inside the coach. The biggest reason they did that is because if you only had one, you wouldn't be able to get to this back bedroom with that slide in. This one does allow you to get into this bedroom so you can access anything that you guys have inside the coach here. Here on the exterior, full fiberglass unit on this side. You do have your power ports here as well as your cable hookup here for you guys. I'm going to show you later on what you guys can use to put the TV on that doesn't take up any more space inside your RV. Guys, here is an exterior fill tank for you guys to fill up your tank with water before you guys go out on your longer trips. Moving over to the wheels and tires. Okay, these are 15-inch wheels. You guys have aluminum on there. They are nitrogen filled as well. For the warranty, guys, they do something that's a little bit different. They offer the Lion's Head warranty. It's going to be a 1 year, no questions asked, full 12 months, as long with a 5-year on the tires as well. With the warranty on Grand Design, you are going to get a 1-year comprehensive that is going to be front to back, and then you're also going to come with an industry-leading 3-year structural. Okay, you're going to get a 5-year on the decals as well as an 18-year on the roof. So they definitely stand behind their product and they build them right from the manufacturer. Moving along, guys, here we're going to jump into the outdoor kitchen area, which is pretty nice. You have a 2 cubic foot small fridge, so you guys are able to put the kiddos' drinks in there, snacks and stuff like that that don't take up space in your main fridge. You have your Capital Grill here. Okay, these side things are really cool. This is going to be your this will be for the wind, so that way it doesn't blow off whenever you guys are trying to cook outdoors. And then you also have a tremendous amount of space back here. Okay, the reason they did that instead of the sink was because a lot of times people put stuff that they use in this area, and so what they did instead of the sink was they put a spray port here. Okay, all you have to do, come over here, you pull your little nozzle out, you plug that in, you can spray off your dishes, you can spray off the kiddos if they're out getting in the mud and what have you. So definitely a nice feature to have. Moving on to the back of the coach, this does come with a full-size spare. Okay, you're also going to have a walk-on roof with a back installed ladder. On the top there, you're going to see that you have a Furrion backup camera port that you guys can purchase and have complete view of the rear of your camper whenever you guys are traveling to make you stay safe. Here, this coach is a 50 amp unit coach, and the plug-in port is at the rear, so you guys don't have to worry about getting an extended power cable whenever you guys are traveling to different parks. Moving along, this is going to be your dump station here, guys. You can see this is where your black and your gray tank pools are, so easy access to that. They're not pushed up way underneath the coach. Also on this side, you do have your black tank flush. Guys, that's going to be for minimizing any residue that's still left in the tank. You just plug that in. It's got tiny spray ports in there. As soon as you turn it on, it's going to wash that stuff down for you. Moving along here, as we come to this side of the coach, I do want to mention the fully insulated slide walls, guys. These are extremely durable. They have the same insulation that you would have on your actual slide walls, which is going to be super beneficial to you guys. Not going to have any hot spots in the corners of your coaches. Guys, this is the other side of that pass-through storage. This is going to be where your wet bay is. Super user-friendly. They set it up for you guys so you guys don't have to worry about taking so much time to get your coach ready or get it ready to go back into storage. Here you have your plug-ins for you, as well as your additional cable ports Okay, you have your quick battery disconnect, so when you guys are ready to put it away for the time being, all you have to do is plug that. That'll cut that connection off. And then they make it super easy with the city water. They show you here that you can hook up the city water straight from the actual campsite itself. And then if you guys want to fill the tank, all you have to do is switch that over. Okay, and then you also do have a shower port here. And then underneath, if you guys can get over here and take a look at that, that's going to be where all of your hoses come up and underneath, so you guys don't have to worry about closing the latch on those hoses at all. One thing that's cool is these are 1-inch thick insulated storage doors with the slam latches, so they're built for durability, guys. And then also, when you're pulling up, instead of the regular latches you would see on traditional campers, this is going to have those magnetics, so all you have to do is put it up there, and now your hand's free to put whatever you guys need in there. Features of this coach, we'll now move into the inside, okay? Alrighty guys, we've now made our way inside the coach here. First thing I want to hit on, right when you guys walk in, you guys have your control panel here. Super user friendly. It is also synced with Compass Connect, so you guys can access basically all these different devices from your phone, so you can use your slide outs, your awnings, also your lights and exterior lights as well. Here you have additional storage. This is going to be for like key stuff that you want easy access to. Obviously you guys have your 3-coat rack here, and then you have a nice place to kick off your shoes and keep them out of the way in your coach. Okay, moving on to the bunk beds, guys, you have double over double bunks. What's nice about that is because a lot of times, you know, you'll have coaches that have smaller bunks, so your kids will say grow out of them, right? This is going to allow them to grow into this size of a bunk bed, as well as if you guys are going to be doing an adult trip, they're going to have enough space to where they'll be comfortable sleeping in here too as well. Also underneath you have the breakaway bed. Okay, that's going to allow you to utilize all of that space all the way down there. Let's say you have a smaller dog, it's a great place for a kennel out of the way, or obviously just storage itself. Moving into the bathroom, guys. Walk in here, you do have a residential style shower, very nice and big. You can see here I got plenty of room to do what I need to do in the shower and not have to be too tight in here. Also, you have your towel holders here. This is nice because these things are super deep. I'll show you. I'm not even touching the back end part of this, but that's all the way down to my elbow. So you got plenty of space for the kiddos' towels. This is a porcelain toilet as well, so you don't have to worry about cracking it or anything like that. Moving over to all the storage that you guys have, you have plenty of places for you to put all of your shampoo, conditioner, body wash, all of your bathroom extremities that you guys need. Tons of storage down too as well. And then you have a medicine cabinet behind the mirror that you guys can put whatever you guys need. As far as first aid kits, it's a great place for it too as well. Moving out to the family room. Guys, this is set up with the Thomas Paine recliners. These are heat massage as well. Super comfy. A great place to sit and watch TV and wind down after you guys have done some hiking or some kayaking or stuff like that. There is an option to have a trifold sofa here, so if you guys needed an additional bed, you do have that option. Don't worry about that. Again, like I said, the recliners are placed right across from the TV, so you have the best watching ability from there. You don't have to turn your neck or sit at a weird angle to watch the television whenever you guys are winding down. Here's where you're going to have all your plug-in ports for any additional stuff for the TV, and then you'll have your DVD, CD player here. This is also Bluetooth capable, so you can play your own music of your own choice inside and on the exterior of the coach. Walk through here, guys. You got tons and tons of storage all over this. One thing that's nice about Grand Design is they understand the camper's mindset and how a camper thinks, guys. They want to utilize every part of the coach that they have to make sure that you guys can bring whatever you need and that you guys just have the most carefree experience that you guys can. Moving over to the dinette. Okay, this is a U-shaped utility dinette is what I like to call it. The reason for it is because it's got so many things that you guys can do with it. You can drop it down into an additional bed if you need to. The back here actually has a storage ottoman that you guys can take out and utilize for whatever your need would be for that. And then you have additional storage underneath. Open this one up so you guys can see that. You have two of these, one on each side, okay? And then also I mentioned that I was going to show you guys a way to utilize the table without having to bring an additional table to set up a TV outside. This is a breakaway table, so you guys can remove this completely away and bring it outside and set your TV, set any prep ingredients that you guys need to cook outside. Speaking of cooking, we'll go ahead and we'll hop into the kitchen over here, guys. You have an 8 cubic foot Dometic fridge. It is a gas and electric fridge, so you have both ways to access that and make sure that it stands and is on for you guys. Got plenty of space in there for all your food essentials that you guys would like to bring on your next camping trip. 3-burner stove, residential style setup, so you have the microwave above that as well. And then you'll have your oven down here. One of the coolest compartments that you guys have is this one. Okay, this is going to be for like pots and pans, guys. You have your pegs here, so you guys can place in different areas to separate those pots and pans. Just super useful, super way for you guys to camp. Also, Grand Design is familiar with our fur babies. They know that those are part of our family. They want to make sure that they have some of their own space too as well. So what they did was in this bottom drawer, they have a place for the dog water and dog food as well. That can be pushed out of the way. You guys don't have to leave dog bowls around. Coming over here, obviously you got tons and tons of storage. They really maximized in that aspect of their coach. You do have the roll-up drain system here, right? The strainer that's going to allow you to set your dishes up there and let them dry. And then you also have your stainless steel farmhouse style sink. Pull that out of the way so you guys can get a good look at that. And then this is going to be a residential faucet with the extended spray port nozzle as well. Also on this side, we do have a kitchen counter extender, so you guys can pull that up. It's a great place for coffee in the mornings and stuff like that. I'll go ahead and do make sure though that whenever you guys are getting ready to go, if you have that up, make sure that you do put that down because you don't want it to run into the slide out whenever you guys are leaving. And then we'll make our way into the master bedroom area. Alrighty, so this is a 60 by 80 residential queen size mattress. So you guys can use regular fitted sheets that you would at home. You do have hanging closet storage here for you guys. This is on both sides, and one thing that's nice too is you do have drawers here for stuff that you guys can fold as well. So you got tons of clothing space for you guys. Also, on each side of the bed, you guys have a built-in side table that is equipped with power ports and USB ports, so you guys can set your phone. It's also a great spot to set water in there overnight if you guys needed to get a drink instead of having to get up and get into the kitchen. Guys, and if all that storage isn't enough for you, we have additional storage here under the bed. This is a sliding system where you guys can maneuver this underneath the bed, and then obviously you can see the tremendous amount that you have there to put any additional goodies that you would need to bring on your camping trip. Go ahead and close that down. Okay, and then also this has a pocket door. It makes it a great utilization for space. That way you guys can shut off, you guys can relax, unwind, let the kiddos do what they want to do, and have that separate space. Alrighty, and we'll go ahead and head out of the coach. Hey guys, we're back outside here. Just wanted to go over finally the length and dimensions of this coach. As far as the weight is concerned, the unloaded weight is just under 6,400 pounds, so it is going to be half-ton towable as well, which gives you great capabilities there. The exterior length is going to be 32 foot long. The exterior height all the way up to the top of the AC is going to be 11 feet 1 inch. Okay, your tank capacities on here are going to be industry leading. They are oversized for sure for a coach like this. Your fresh water is going to be 52 gallons, your gray water is going to be 82, and your black will be 45. Guys, I really appreciate you guys spending some time with us here today. My name is Ty. I work at the Fort Worth McClain's location. Thank you for joining with the virtual RV show, and thanks a lot.
Hello, I'm AJ Thurber, Vice President of Gretsch RV. Today, we would like to introduce you to our new Class B motorhome. Gretsch Motors has brought our 37 years of luxury vehicle manufacturing experience to the RV market with our new Strata motorhome model from Gretsch RV. Built on the Mercedes-Benz Sprinter 3500 170 Extended, the Strata has raised the bar in the Class B market. The Gretsch RV Class B product line will offer a return to handcrafted coach building with remarkable craftsmanship and attention to detail that will set a new standard of quality in the motorhome industry with the highest level of standard equipment in its class. With an unwavering focus on innovation, trend-setting designs, elegant style, curb appeal, unrivaled quality, unparalleled fit and finish, and an exclusive level of standard equipment and the industry's absolute best warranty and after-sales support, Gretsch RV has set a new standard by defining what a Class B motorhome should be.
Welcome to Gretsch RV. My name is Jeff Ravenscroft, and as your RV dealer sales manager, I am committed to making sure you have all the resources to best represent the Gretsch RV. Whether it's the story behind the Gretsch RV or simply the specifications, it is my single goal to ensure that you have all the tools necessary to best represent the Gretsch RV. I'm available 24/7 to answer any questions regarding the Gretsch RV.
Hi, my name is David Reagan, Gretsch RV. Welcome to the Strata motorhome. Let's do a walk around. First thing I want to point out on the exterior of this Strata motorhome is the fiberglass lower body cladding kit. Also, I would like to point out the stainless body claddings on the exterior of this vehicle. Let's take a look at the front. The front end of this thing, we also have the lower fiberglass bumper valance. Continue all the way around to the driver's side of the vehicle here. We have the stainless down the side, which has the Gretsch logo in it. We also have the fiberglass lower claddings. You can see how clean the vehicle is on the exterior of this thing. Let's take a look at the access door on the side. This is the shore power access door. So right here you have your 30 amp shore power hookup. You have your controls for your waste valves and your macerator pump and your waste hose reel retract switch. Also, you have a cable inlet here for your television. You also have your exterior shower, your city water connection, and your fresh water fill. And this is behind a very, very nice exterior door that covers all this up, and look at how clean and stealth that is. I mean, no one in the industry has that. Gretsch RV is the only one. Also, I want to point out, underneath this exterior door here is your access to your sewer hose connection and your hookup for your black water tank clean out. Again, behind a nice clean door, all very, very clean. Let's continue to the back. This is your exhaust for your propane generator. In the rear of this unit, we have a very, very ample amount of storage underneath this rear seat here. You can see how much room is behind there and underneath for all kinds of stuff that you can put back there. This is not loaded up with batteries or water heaters or any of that. This is all accessible. It also has a pass-through door down there that you can open up to insert fishing poles or skis or whatever that you can put in there. So very nice. On the passenger side of this vehicle, we also have the propane fill center and exterior 110 volt outlet, and also a remote barbecue, so you can hook up a barbecue on the exterior of the vehicle. We also have a cable outlet for an exterior TV, as well as, like I said, your 110 volt outlet right here. So very nice, very clean, and all, again, closed up behind a door. Also on this vehicle, it has a Carefree awning, and it has a wind sensor on there. So in the event that you have any type of very high gusty winds, this will automatically retract on its own. And also porch lights on the exterior side, and also there is lights on the headrail on the awning. We also employ Alcoa wheels on the exterior. So let's go inside this Strata motorhome and I can show you what's happening in there. Welcome to the interior of the Strata motorhome. I want to point out the nice high pressure laminate cabinets, curved cabinet doors, all high-end hardware. Also, we have a Firefly touchscreen control systems, 3 panels in the interior of this. Also, this Firefly system is app-based. You can use the Firefly control systems through your telephone or your iPad and Android device as well. Timberline heater control system controls your water heater and your furnace. Also have 300 watts of Zamp solar on the roof, controlled by a 30 amp Zamp solar controller. This is the second control panel for your Firefly control system. Also your main power switch and your exterior power switch for your step. There's 3 switches here, 1 for each ottoman on each side and your sofa in the rear when you convert the rear of the vehicle to your bed. First of all, I want to show you this beautiful, deep, stainless farm style sink. This will fit big pots and pans. Also, I want to point out that this has a pull-out sprayer so you can fill pots and pans on your nice stainless faucet in this galley area. True induction cooktop on the galley. Also, we have a microwave convection air fryer in here, as well as a nice NovaCool refrigerator freezer. Coming to the back, you have 13,500 Dometic air conditioner. Okay, so in the rear of this unit, we have our second 24-inch TV, your third Firefly control panel. Also, this has a Bose soundbar for your true audio sound in the rear. Also, I want to point out the amenities in this bathroom. The bathroom, a nice porcelain toilet, all fiberglass interior on this. This is a shower as well. This has a pull-out shower faucet here, as well as a fan, a mirror, has your clothes hanger, pull-out clothes hanger, and a nice shower curtain in here. Also, this has a motion light, activated light in here, as well as a light that's controlled from the Firefly system. We also have a nice table which is stored behind the seat here. So this table will pull out and you can insert this into the table leg in the front or in the rear of the vehicle. Okay, let's take a tour underneath this Gretsch RV. First of all, I want to point out that all the stainless steel bracketry underneath this vehicle for all the components, water tanks and components under here, all have stainless steel bracketry. Fresh water tank, gray water tank, step, even the supports on the exterior side fiberglass steps are stainless steel. 3-inch drain system throughout on the gray tank and on the black tank. Barker auto drain valves, electrically controlled. Electrically retractable waste hose reel. Also, we have stainless steel exhaust on the fuel-fired diesel heater for the Timberline system. Heat insulated exhaust around drain systems. Let's go to the back. And underneath the Gretsch Strata RV motorhome, we have VB air suspension. This is the only air suspension that is certified by Mercedes Upfitter. And on the back side of this RV, all the bracketry on the exterior side underneath this vehicle is all stainless. Lithium-ion batteries, two 100 amp lithium-ion batteries. 2.5 Onan generator. Then again, our VB air suspension. Propane tank. And I want to point out the way that all these hoses and electrical harnesses is all secured underneath this vehicle, not just hanging and dangling. Very nice, very secured under here for the long term. On this side of the vehicle, now you can see underneath the propane lines for your propane fill, your vent, and your propane barbecue outlet. Electrical hookups for your propane switch and your cable for your TV. Also, 110 outlet cabling, all in conduit, waterproof. Very, very high end, very secure. Okay, there you have it. Welcome to the Gretsch Strata Motorhome. Any questions or anything we can answer in the future, please give us a call.
Welcome, friends. I'm Jeff Craig. This is McClain's RV, and this is Travato Pure by Winnebago. Welcome to our virtual RV show. I'm going to start with a brief walk around of the exterior, and then we'll do the interior. And guys, I get asked all the time by my friends, is a Class B motorhome, is that a real motorhome? Absolutely. There's everything in a Class B motorhome that you'll find in a traditional motorhome. I have a galley, I have beds, I have showers and bathrooms, I have full entertainment, I have heated water, I have onboard water, everything that you need. Now let's talk a little bit about COVID-19. It's been a real punch in the gut, hasn't it? These RVs are the answer for safety, security, and convenience as you try to navigate these interesting times. So let's talk about leisure time. I'm like a lot of people, I travel a lot. I go airplanes, cruise ships, I go overseas. Well, I can't do that right now. The reason this market segment is growing like no other market segment in the RV industry is because you have all these features. You can drive to a resort, you can park in the driveway, you can park in the parking lot, and you're not going to take up 18 spaces in the parking lot of the resort. And you're avoiding dirty airplanes, dirty hotel rooms while you're getting there. So these are real solutions for leisure time. Now, let's talk family business. When you have to go across the country, take care of a family member, you're staying out of hotels, you control everything that comes in and out of this coach, and you keep it clean to your standards, very much unlike an airplane or a hotel room where you get varying degrees of cleanliness in the environment that you're in. So these are great solutions. You're in control when you have an RV, as opposed to being you're at the mercy of other people and how much they want to do. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to start with a walk around on this camper. We're going to talk about the Pure 3 system. What is it? If you notice, when I was talking about traditional motorhomes, I didn't mention a generator. Now this is the Pure 3 Travato. I also carry the Travato, the traditional Travato with a generator, so that's also available. However, the Pure 3 system is very interesting. There's no generator on board. Instead, there's a giant lithium-ion battery system with an 8-year warranty on it. So you don't have to worry about the life of the battery. You don't have to stress out about buying something expensive with the battery. An 8-year warranty, that's a nice long warranty on this battery. So this system is 48 volts. And if you get a tight shot right here. This is a energy management system, it's 48 volts. It's the Chevy Volta system. It runs everything. So with this system, you can run the air conditioner for hours with the engine off. And we'll talk about some of the energy management features when we go do the inside part of this inside feature of this walk around. But this system will run the air conditioners. You can charge it with high idle. And when we talk about stealth camping, that's what this is, because this has the new ultra quiet air conditioner system on the roof and no generator making a racket. So you get that 1 a.m. knock on the door from a police officer asking you to move because you've disturbed somebody's sleep. This is absolutely quiet when you're camping, so we call that stealth camping, and it's only available with these Pure 3 Travato. So let's continue to do a walk around. The first thing you'll notice, these are a little higher. It's kind of like a pickup truck. You have the steps with the flying W emblazoned on it. Very proud of Winnebago and what they do. A Class B is an automotive chassis. It's uncut. It's an uncut van. So the windows, doors, nothing's modified. This is a Dodge ProMaster chassis with the 3.6 liter V6. Nothing's modified. Nothing's cut. That ensures that you have a high degree of watertight integrity as you'd expect in an automotive product. Come on down. This is a modern convenience you'll find on campers. It's called a black waste tank flush inlet. So you hook your hose up to that. When you're dumping your black tank, cleans it out, reduces odors and smells, and removes solids from the camper. This little feature is for an optional solar panel that you can plug into that. There's already solar panels on the roof, but you can add additional external auxiliary solar panels on this. This feature right here, this is a cable outlet, so you can run a TV and a 12-volt plug, power plug. So you can put a TV out here, and you can either run a 110 TV or 12-volt TV out here for tailgating purposes. We have nice LED lighting. We have speakers that you can play from your system inside, which is Bluetooth compatible, of course. As we continue to walk around, you're going to see all kinds of interesting things on the back of this camper. You're going to see down at the very bottom, we'll start down here, that's a propane connection, a quick connect, so you can run a grill off the propane tank that's on board on this camper. This is an optional bike rack, so you can carry bicycles. You have a ladder that moves, and I'll take this ladder off in a minute, and I'll demonstrate how that works, but we'll continue walking around first, then I'll come back and show you how this ladder can move and be used in different places. You have a Class 3 receiver on the back, backup camera. If you look at the very top of this thing, you'll see the Coleman Mach air conditioner. This is the new one. It's incredibly quiet, quieter than anything you've never heard before. As we continue to walk around the camper, you'll see emblazoned Travato. And down here at the very bottom, this is your sewer dump station. 2 handles, black and gray. The gray tank is soapy water, and the black tank, well, it's not soapy. Another lighting system, so you have lighting on the dump side. This is called the utility side of the camper. This is where things happen, the necessary things happen to keep you camping. This is a very nice feature. It's a place to store your sewer hose that's already created by Winnebago. So there's no bumper to put it, so that's where you put your sewer hose. Very handy, very nice. That is the engine exhaust. Truma 1 hot water system and furnace right here. That's your exhaust system. When you stand out here and you're operating it, you'll feel heat coming off of this. This comes with a power cord. This is your shore power plug. Plugs in at the campsite. You can also, when you're at Aunt Millie's garage, you can get an adapter, 30 amp to 110, so you can plug in at her house, in her garage. This is an input for cable or satellite. So you can get a portable satellite system, or many RV parks will let you rent cable. So this is your tank fill. This has an onboard freshwater tank. Allows you to use toilets and use the galley and clean up as you're going down the road. There's a water pump in there that pulls out of that tank. And then underneath it, you'll see City Fill. This is live water when you're hooked up at an RV campsite. You're just using the water pressure to run everything, showers and toilets, the galley, everything you need to have a great camping experience. You look underneath, we have the propane system with an emergency cutoff switch down there, and the fill. This is where you fill the tank. And this is used for the Truma 1, which I talked about the Truma 1 system. The propane is used for Truma 1 and is also used on the galley to heat your food up and cook your food. There's your gasoline fill. This has a 3.6 liter Dodge engine on it. It's a ProMaster chassis. 24 gallons of fuel. You'll get something on the order of 20 miles per gallon. They don't publish on motorhomes, they don't have to, but you're going to get a 450 mile range, something of that nature, on a full tank of fuel. So plenty of range to take care of your business. You know, I was thinking many years ago when I was a outside sales rep, I traveled 1,000 miles a week and I stayed in hotels all the time. I wish I'd had something like this. These, if they were available, I wasn't aware of them back then. We're talking 20 years ago. It would have sure made my traveling and business work a whole lot easier and more convenient. So come on around. This is the front ProMaster chassis by Dodge Ram 3.6 liter. We're going to run out the awning. That's the next thing I'm going to do. It's a very high-end awning, and I'll show you some of its features. So this is a one-touch operation on this awning. So one touch and it comes all the way out. While you're running it out, if you need to stop it because there's something in the way, you simply tap it again and that will stop it. So it's one touch and here it goes. While this awning is coming out, you also notice you have a bug screen right here with a zipper. You roll that down, zip it up, keep the critters out, so it gives you an indoor-outdoor space, which is great for when you're camping. You can see that it's out. The lighting, let me turn the lighting on here for you. Here's the lights on it. Now this is a wind sensor awning, and I'm going to show you what happens when the wind comes up. It will automatically retract the awning. So if you forget and you walk away from the campsite, the wind comes up, you're not going to have your awning tore up, and so that's a very nice feature. So the next step we're going to do is the inside of the camper. So come on in with me. Friends, welcome to your living room of Travato. You have a spacious living room with a dinette system that converts into a bed. We'll put that up there. It's already filmed so you can see how this turns into a bed. These seats rotate around to complete the living room experience, and you can sit across from each other and play cards, which is a lot of fun in any motorhome. So this has the countertop extension, allows you to prep and serve food off of this. Underneath here, the fresh water tank, but you'll see this when the bed is made up, what that actually does. But come on in, friends, I'll show you the galley. So here you have the 2-burner stove. You have a sink. Your lighting controls. Splash guard. And these cabinets are beautifully done, high-end furniture. And this is your DC AC charger. And we're going to talk about this later. But take a look at this. This is part of your Pure energy management system. And take a tight spot of that. We're going to go over this a little bit more as a final segment though. So this all nestles down. I have a place to put sponges and utensils and different things for cleaning dishes right here. I have a kitchen window right here that I can open to close the blinds. You have the Nova Cool refrigerator. For a Class B motorhome, I promise you this is a generously sized refrigerator. You're going to find many Class Bs don't have a refrigerator quite this large. You have a microwave oven and a very generous pantry area. Or to hang clothes. Right down there, that's the curtain for the front. So if you move on back, you're going to find that you have 3 drawers. 3 drawers here and a GFCI circuit. And you have lighting controls and more of the high-end cabinetry. This is an LP propane detector. Protect your family from problems and issues. Hit the reset on this. As you come back, you see the bed is in the up position. Underneath it is plenty of storage. And right here, we have the all-important electrical fuse system. So here we have drawers to put things. Just your sewer hose, which I showed you where that fits into outside. Just a cubby hole. Different compartments down here. So let's talk a minute about insulation. B-class motorhomes are kind of renowned for not having enough. It's an automotive chassis, so the wall width being what it is, there's not a lot of room for insulation. This particular product is finely crafted by Winnebago with a couple of differences. Underneath the floor, what you can't see is there's an air void, which adds additional insulation to the floor. And that's where most of your heat comes into the camper, radiating off the parking lot. So this does a very good job of that. The other thing that changed for 2020 was Winnebago spent a lot of money on a machine that stuffs insulation into these walls. So they do a laser measurement before they put anything together of the voids in the wall, and they cut this expanding insulation to fit. Then there's a machine that actually stuffs it into the voids and it expands and fills it. So this is the best insulated Class B you've never heard of. So come on back. I'm gonna lower this. We'll come back to the bathroom after I put this down. This is your main bed. Oh, if you didn't notice, there's some handy pouches here. Put more stuff in. So this is your permanent bed. You've got some handy baskets to put things in. You have power, you have lighting. This rail, there's lots of accessories to fit on that. It comes from the bicycle industry. Well, I didn't talk about these. This comes from the maritime industry. It's a box spring set. It comes from the crew cabins of yachts. And it gives you a very, very comfortable inner spring, lightweight. All right, next let's talk about the bathroom. This is the wet bath in Travato Pure. We have a toilet. We have a toilet paper holder that's watertight. This is a very special and expensive shower head. Gives you a great experience with the water pressure available to you. You're gonna get a great experience with the shower head. And it's relatively roomy in here, believe it or not. I'm about 5'9", and I have, you put a 6-footer in here or anything more than that, you're gonna be a little bit down, but it's plenty of room for what it is. Let's move on back out this way. Some of the things I didn't talk about when we did the walk around because I didn't have the doors open was all of this interesting things. this little cubby hole just to put things that you might put Birkenstocks, or you might put a hat or gloves or things like that. This is an outdoor shower, because you notice how small the shower is in here. You can actually hose off out here as well. Fits into here. And they have conveniently put all the controls for the water pump right here next to the shower contraption, so you're in great shape. And I promised you I'd show you how the ladder works. Winnebago has added a nice feature for 2021. They've added a locking system, so you don't lose your ladder at a campground. So we'll stick this right here. This allows the ladder to release off of here like this. And if you notice up here, there's a rail system. Runs the length of the camper. And this ladder will fit on anywhere there's room for the feet. So I simply hook it on like that. And now I can access the top of the camper. Now, why am I going to access the top of the camper? Well, there's several reasons. Number one, you have solar panels, and they degrade very quickly if you don't wipe them off. You don't want dust on the solar panels because you want full performance. The other thing is there's an air conditioner. Also, there's a Thule accessories will fit on this rail system, cargo carriers, that sort of thing. You've seen the top of Travato. Now let's talk a little bit about the cockpit and how the high idle system charges the battery. How this is set up is so that you can have pets or children in the camper on a hot day, and when the system sees the battery go below 25%, it'll automatically start the coach at high idle, which will recharge the batteries and continue to run the air conditioner, the rooftop air conditioner, and keep the camper nice and cool, so there's no worries. There's a couple ways to do this. You can hit your key fob 3 times as you're walking away from the vehicle, and that will automatically set it up. The second way you can set this on high idle is there's a button right in here, and you simply start the coach without putting your foot on the brake while holding down the button, and it goes to high idle. So with this system, you're assured to always have your batteries charged and ready to go. So this has a ProMaster Dodge chassis, and there's not a lot that's changed about it except for maybe there's a camera system. There's a rear view camera up here, and there's also entertainment stuff right here, AM, FM, Bluetooth, so you can put your Spotify or whatever you do on your phone into the camper. All your HVAC controls. This stuff is unmodified. You've got your power points here, cup holders everywhere. This is all the automotive stuff. Now, what is interesting is this front window cover. What you do is you move your rear view camera out of the way, and you simply pull this up, and it locks into place, and you have a complete privacy in your camper. And there are other pads and different things that fit into these to give your side, so you're completely covering up this cabin area. So thank you for joining me. I'm Jeff Craig. This is McClain's RV in Oklahoma City. Thank you for joining us at the virtual RV show. This is Travato Pure. We also have Travato in the traditional generator system instead of having the battery system. Thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.
Thanks for joining us on our RV show. Now stay tuned, because there's going to be more live Facebook spots with presentations, promos, and incredible deals to take advantage of. Now remember, all 5 locations are here to serve you, so call them, email, but most of all, walk in and take advantage this weekend of the promos and specials we have going for you. This was presented to you by McClain's RV. Thanks a lot.